welcome back to our channel, guys.
Nikki's got this customer who's upset about the cash offered for her golden bracelet.
They usually give me 3.
Okay, gold dropped, so...
That's not my problem.
She expected $300 like last time, but Nikki says it's $250 now because the gold price did a little dance. She started clamoring for a manager over and over, like that was gonna solve anything.
I want to speak to your manager.
What price did you give her?
$250.
And you need how much?
3.
Okay.
Just because the price of gold is going down, that's...
Now, this customer isn't having it. She's like, I want a manager. But surprise, Ashley steps in. Not a manager, but trying to explain the gold market. The customer's having none of it and wants that extra $50.
You're not understanding.
No, I want my $50. The extra $50.
If you want to
No, give me my extra $50. Come on!
Since it's clear she won't be getting the amount she was hoping for, she decides. When she realizes that bonus cash isn't happening, the customer flips the script, blaming the gold price drop for her unhappiness. She's dead set on getting her money despite market facts. Hey.
Gold has gone down.
Give me my money.
Serious?
Yeah, you had to bring him around because you...
But Nikki's had enough of the drama. She tells the customer to hit the road, saying disruptive behavior isn't cool, and well, she's not welcome anymore. Customers out, never to return.
Here.
Have a good day and walk
I ain't never coming
outside.
back to this store. You ain't big.
Have a good day. Have a
You
good day.
ain't big.
No,
I will drop you.
Have a good day.
A young man from Dallas walks in, all proud of the watch that his grandma gave him, thinking it's worth $500. But Les takes a look and points out some issues, saying it's not worth much.
A man from Dallas walks in.
What you got here?
That's a watch my grandmother gave me.
Uh-huh. And how much did you want?
I'm trying to get 5.
The guy's not having it. He wants to talk to someone who knows their stuff.
Yeah, you see this discoloration on the side?
No.
Rose color metal in there, looks like copper.
I see gold.
But it's not gold. I wouldn't be able to take it.
Can't give me nothing.
Les tries to reassure him, but things go south. The guy's all frustrated, claiming his watch is worth $500, demanding to talk to the jeweler.
Sorry.
Can I talk to somebody that knows what they're doing?
You can talk to me.
Unless you're bullshitting me, man. I have to get home, man, this week.
I understand that, but it's got no value.
It does have value.
Things begin to go south.
This is a bunch of bullshit, man. I want to pawn my watch that's worth $500.
Let me have you talk to my jeweler.
Now, when the jeweler says it's basically worthless, things get wild. The guy goes off, and before you know it, he's getting escorted outside unceremoniously.
Well, this guy's been in the jewelry business all of his life. He wants a $500 loan on a watch. What can you do with it?
What are we doing?
Well, I wouldn't really call him names. We're not calling you any names.
Outside, he's still fuming, dropping some colorful words. It's a full-blown scene at the pawn shop. The guy wants his watch back, but Les isn't having it.
Nothing.
Stop being a bitch. This is the worst pawn shop in the city. It's a piece of dude. Give me my mother. Man, come over here and pick this bitch up.
Yo, you, get him here.
Let's go, my man.
Yo, give me my
Buddy, hands up.
hands off.
Yes, sir.
Yo.
A customer eager to test the bike's functionality pushed to take it for a spin right inside the store.
Horsepower I got.
A lot. 600 cc's, my man.
Seth, smelling something fishy, hesitates but agrees to check it outside. The customer, though, pushes to ride it down the road, making Seth suspicious of his motives. It's just pretty wild.
I want to see what it's got. Can I get the keys? I want to see if it starts.
I'm not turning it on in here, but if you want, we can take it outside.
Now, it's clear that this customer might have some sketchy plans. Seth, playing it smart, doesn't let the guy take control of the bike. Faith in a person he just met.
You can't let me take the bike down the road.
Now, the customer, thinking that he's all tough, brings in a friend, calling him his dog, trying to challenge Seth's authority.
Let's try it out. Who's this guy?
That's my dog.
That's your dog?
That's my dog.
But guess what? Seth's got backup, Byron and the crew. Byron is known for his muscles ready to keep the peace. The customer, yeah, feeling overconfident, tries to provoke Byron, but it backfires big time. Byron takes charge and kicks him out.
Understand?
Why? You got somebody that's gonna stop me?
Byron.
Man, I don't need your dog. Come on, dog. You get over here and take care of this light work.
Byron's big presence shows that loud barks don't always mean a big bite. The troublemakers learn the hard way that messing with Byron is a bad idea.
On the way from.
It don't matter where the fuck I'm from, man.
You stay the out my face. That's all I can tell you.
Show you whose face I'm getting in. This your dog, right?
You get up in my face.
Have a nice day.
Out my
Have
face.
a nice
Drama in the store, and Byron's not having any of it.
These mother.
I guess I had a big bark and a big bite. Because I pushed both of them out of the...
It's time for a showdown as the customer's all worked up about his busted lounger from the shop and he wants his money back. But surprise, he didn't keep the receipt.
Money back.
Ab lounger I bought here, man, workout. Now, this thing obviously couldn't handle what I was doing on it. So 2 days later, it don't even work.
Let's lay it out. No receipt, no refund. But this customer's not having it. He's all about the money, not interested in an exchange, and things get loud. Security's on standby.
Necessary to keep the receipt.
I don't have a receipt. I didn't think I needed to keep it.
There's nothing I can do for you without a receipt. If you had the receipt, I could give you an exchange. I could give you something.
I don't want an exchange because it's probably going to be some again. How about you just get my money and then we won't have any more problems with this.
The customer keeps pushing, not caring about security or anything else. He's dead set on getting his money back, even throwing out threats.
I need my money back.
Not gonna do
Yes, you are.
anything.
And like all this
That's
security
great.
standing around or whatever, I don't give a
He's
rat's
not
ass
my-
about that. There better be some money.
When he sees security, he gets a bit jittery but doesn't back down, demanding even more backup. It's a feral showdown at the pawn shop.
He reaches the point of no return.
Oh, son.
Come on. Come on, man. Let's go.
Really?
Let's go.
I told you last time.
We got you, buddy.
Bring a couple more. Come on.
We got you.
Bring a
Yeah.
The Gold family gets hit with a shocker when they catch their own employee, Christina, in a sneaky scheme. They're all curious about Christina's shady moves. Turns out she's been pulling off a scam right under their noses. During busy times, she's cooking up fake loan tickets, sneaking money from the pawn shop. The family's jaws drop. Total disbelief.
At your merchandise.
Yes. I wrote up the loan. Okay. I wrote it up, but I only did it when we were busy.
So they confront Christina about it, and it's a mess. Her crafty plan makes it tough to figure out how much she stole. The numbers they're throwing around hint at thousands of dollars gone. Money off of them bit by bit.
And for you wrote it up for $350.
Yes.
And what about this piece right here? How much did you give a loan on for?
The Golds are just stunned at their own employees' audacity and cunning moves. Stolen.
Would you wrote up a fake ticket and stole money from us? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Les tries to cut a deal, saying spill the beans and maybe they'll go easy. But Christina's all defiant, giving vague answers and stalling.
How much money do you think you've stolen from American Jewelry?
Would you say it's over $1,000?
I don't understand
Is
what
that
that is.
yes or no?
When the police get involved, it hits them. This is serious stuff. Les gives Christina a last warning, saying once that door opens, her fate is sealed. Even with a chance to cooperate, Christina's not budging, so the Golds have to hand her over to the cops.
You're just stealing from us all alone without any knowledge of anybody else stealing from us, correct? Last chance, because once that door opens and the cops come in here, I have no option.
With the way she had to do their dues.
Okay.
Alright, check this. A customer walks in wanting a receipt for something she already owns.
Item that they already owned.
We don't give out receipts. What you mean you don't give out receipts? When we give you your item, that's your receipt. That's proof that you paid to take it out.
I need this receipt to show what I spent my money on. So I do business with...
Les says the item itself is proof of purchase, but she's not having it. She insists on a receipt to show what she spent her money on.
With the answer,
Bitch, give me my mother receipt. I need a receipt. My man needs to know what the I spent my money on, and you sitting there looking all stupid and you can look at...
Even with Les trying to talk sense, things go south. The customer gets all aggressive, throws around some colorful words, and even threatens physical harm. Security steps in, and the manager gets called, but it's getting more heated.
Bitch, I beat your mother ass. I ain't got time to play with your ass. Somebody give me a mother manager up in this bitch.
The manager shows up, but Les is done. He tells the customer it's time to hit the road, but she's not backing down.
I've been doing with my money. Can I get
I don't know what the you've been doing with your money.
So you gonna sit there and act like that?
Yes.
Bitch, I'll burn this mother down.
Okay, it's time for your ass to get out of here.
Security tries to escort her out, but she resists, causing a scene and accusing them of making her fall.
Hands off me! You better get your bitch! Oh, no, bitch! No, y'all gonna make me fall like that, bitch!
It's a tense situation, drama at its peak in the pawn shop.
The lawyer's word for it, Corey decided to take the risk, and then he went ahead with the purchase. Even without having an expert to check its authenticity. I mean, let's be real, that was pretty foolish, right? I mean, who was going to check if the thing was actually legit or not? So they asked the seller how much he wanted for it, and he said $5,000. The buyers were skeptical about its condition, and started throwing offers as low as $800. That's a crazy drop. But the seller fought back, saying every bit of that sword is worth the full $5,000.
If you're gonna hold my feet to the fire and make me pay as much as I can, it's gonna be $1,500. I'll come down to 2,000. I've got 5 of them right there.
The shop wasn't ready to pay that much without knowing more about it, so Corey went up to $1,200. He was trying to get the best deal he could, but the seller didn't budge. They went back and forth until finally the seller settled for Corey's offer of $1,500 just to get Rick off his back for that Grammy thing. After buying the sword, Corey was not at peace and was restlessly waiting for the expert who was out of town during the appraisal. Finally, he got to meet up with Mike Yamasaki, the expert, and Corey explained how he took a shot in the dark and bought the sword without knowing if it's actually worth the money. So, after taking a small glimpse at it, Mike recognized it as a samurai sword and told Corey the history of the sword. He stated that after World War II, around 3 million Japanese swords were taken out of Japan by the occupying forces. In those days, the Japanese warriors, also known as samurai, were skilled professional fighters, and the samurai sword was like their badge of honor. If you didn't have one, no way you could call yourself a samurai, man. Then Mike decided to inspect the sword and took a closer look at it.
This is the proper way to take apart a Japanese sword. They've been doing this style for centuries.
Well, after the inspection was done, the expert discovered that the sword belonged to a super important samurai with ties to Japan's imperial family, probably from the 5th generation. Now, here was the interesting part. The Yasutsugu family only worked for high-level samurai, and their signature mark, like a logo, was detailed on the handle. It's the family crest of the Tokugawa family, who ruled Japan for a couple of centuries. And if anyone tried using it without permission, they'd end up losing their heads, along with their whole damn family. Scary, right? Well, it seemed that the sword had some serious historical value. Now, the big question is, how much is it worth in today's time? After considering the condition, the expert estimated that it can be restored for around $3,000. But here's the exciting part. After the restoration and blade sharpening, Corey could potentially sell it for a whopping $15,000. That's a tenfold increase from what he paid for it initially. So there you have it. Corey took a risk, bought the sword without knowing its true value, and it turned out to be a jackpot. But that was indeed a risky game. But does it always turn out to be luck, or sometimes they just lose everything? Well, we'll see this in the next episode, where a customer from Season 16 walks into the pawn shop, hoping that the shop will take his 1700s flintlock pistol off his hands. This thing is ancient, and looks fascinating for being so damn old. But the funny part, the gun looked puke-colored.
Did you do the amazing restoration on it?
I did not.
Well, let's talk about the history of this gun. Now, the invention of the flintlock pistol back in 1615 was a total game-changer in warfare. But here's the thing. Hector, the seller, had no idea about the pistol's origin. It was passed down to him by his father, and he's looking to score $500 for it. But Rick has some concerns. It's pretty darn obvious that this thing has been messed with. So he decided to call in his arms expert, who knows his stuff when it comes to guns. Finally, the expert Alex Kramer arrived. He's the CEO of International Military Antiques. He takes one look at the pistol and straight up calls it ugly. Ouch! Apparently, some shoddy paint job messed up the gun, and it can't even be opened properly. But hey, on the bright side, the details and engravings on the pistol are top-notch. They got this fancy style called grotesque, with all these weird-looking human and animal shapes. And the markings underneath are high quality too. Too bad the paint on the lock is so thick that they can't even see the gun maker's name. That would have helped figure out when and where it was made. Now Rick's super curious if this thing is actually worth anything. The expert takes a quick look and comes up with an estimate.
I think it would be about $1,000. Once we restore it, if I can get it functional, I think it's at least $3,000.
With that estimated value in mind, Rick decides to make an offer.
So, I will give you $150 and relieve you of your problem.
What'd you do, $250?
Damn, just $150? Even though Alex said it was worth $5 grand. Rick always pulls out the excuse that it's hard to sell, and there aren't many buyers out there. After a short negotiation, the seller settles for a mere $200. I know, unbelievable and kinda unacceptable. But since the gun isn't in great working condition, I guess it was the best they could do. Rick decided to take a chance and handed the gun over for restoration. Will it hit the jackpot or lose his $200? Let's see. After a successful restoration job, Rick receives some surprising news about the gun's value. It has brought back all the original details and made it look absolutely gorgeous. And guess what? It turned out even better than expected.
With all of the engraving on the brass, that grotesque mask came out really well.
It did come out amazing.
But Alex hasn't tested it yet because he wanted Rick to witness its sight. And the best part? If this baby shoots, Rick might get a whopping $5,000. Damn. Well, let's watch if it works.
I got my headphones on, so I can't hear you.
Yeah! Oh, it worked perfect!
So after successfully restoring the item and getting it in working condition, Rick could be making $5,000 on an item he bought for just $200. That's a crazy profit of $4,800. Absolutely hard to believe, right? Someone even commented that Rick straight up robbed Hector in broad daylight. Users are not holding back with their savage opinions. Well, keeping everything aside, this was indeed one of the craziest profits earned at Pawn Star Shop.
Overenthusiastic customer diving headfirst into negotiations with Ashley over a watch. With all the finesse of a bull in a china shop, he throws out a laughable offer of just $75. Ashley, ever the comedic genius, bats it away with a playful smirk. But hold on to your hats, folks, because our customer isn't done yet. He dramatically ups the ante to a jaw-dropping $599 despite the watch being worth nowhere near that amount.
Now, before you say something now, I'm gonna be honest with you. This right here, it's worth a lot of money. So this, I should get some change back. Hold on, wait a minute. This is worth, look at it. 2 and add 3 more zeros with it. 2,000, baby. Me out, and guess what? You gotta give me some change.
Our intrepid negotiator isn't about to back down. With the confidence of a superhero, he insists that this watch is worth its weight in gold. Quite literally. He even flaunts a fat stack of cash, convinced that he's about to seal the deal. But Ashley, bless her heart, isn't buying it. She keeps a straight face as our customer sails further into the sea of absurdity, refusing to cave to his outlandish demands.
Okay, and it's worth $2,000. It's rare to find a $2 bill that got red in it. Now tell me they ain't worth $2,000.
I'm about to go deaf right now.
No more than that around your neck. You understand me? You little chunky, drawn-looking person.
Okay.
Now hold on to your sides before they split, because things are about to get even funnier. As our customer cranks up the theatrics, Ashley's amusement hits an all-time high. With a twinkle in her eye, she gently reminds him that the watch isn't exactly a crown jewel. But our negotiator, bless his delusional heart, won't take no for an answer. Ashley keeps her cool, relishing every moment of this side-splitting showdown.
Come on, $2 bill up. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
You owe bologna sandwich. Y'all ain't got no money.
Okay. Have a good day.
Big Mouth is hungry. Real funny, man. Y'all be killing me. I'll pawn you. Matter of fact, that $2 bill, you gonna...
And now the moment we've all been waiting for, the finale. Our customer's frustration approaches a boiling point, but Ashley, ever the queen of comedy, doesn't miss a beat. She continues to milk the situation for all it's worth, leaving our customer red-faced and defeated. And just like that, he storms off, leaving us in stitches as he hilariously fails his attempt at negotiation. Next up, we've got a furniture fiasco as a man discovers a one-of-a-kind table, only to have their excitement interrupted by another customer demanding that they vacate the throne. But the first customer's not moving.
Get your ass over and shut up.
Get off that bed.
No, I ain't getting no.
Get off that bed.
What the you gonna do, baby?
Who do you think you are to talk to me like
Bro,
that?
if you let me, I'll be slapping that ass. You're talking to, bud. Back up. Back up. Take my ass out of here. Man, really? We don't think so? You don't think so?
Tensions skyrocket amidst the customer's verbal barrage, but fear not, for Ashley steps in, serving sass and shutting down the disrespectful discourse. Honestly, with Ashley, who needs a savior in sparkling armor?
Here's the way it's gonna work. You don't disrespect my daughter in my store. Get the out of here. If this guy ever shows his face in this store again, we're gonna kick his ass. Gonna get your hands off me. Really or what? We go back, disrespecting my daughter like that?
Ultimately, Les has to step in and settle the score by enforcing the rule and ejecting the unruly patron. With one stern glance, Les sends the troublemaker packing, restoring peace and reminding everybody that disrespect isn't welcome in his kingdom. The scene kicks off with Grandma storming into the pawn shop, demanding her money back for a purse that she claims is fake. Now, she's not holding back, loudly insisting on a refund while the audience can't help but applaud her fiery entrance. You don't want to mess with a grandma on a mission, so she demands to restore her sense of humor before anything else happens. She insists on getting her money back, saying that the purse she purchased was just as phony as a $3 bill.
You don't need a
Ma'am,
second.
do you have the receipt?
I didn't give you a second when I gave you my money.
Ma'am, I'm trying not to really.
You took my money and I won't.
Show me the receipt.
I don't have a receipt. You sold me this purse.
Baloney. So when did you buy it?
I bought it a week ago.
Les tries to maintain his cool amidst Grandma's escalating tantrum. Now he asks for the receipt, but Grandma didn't expect that curveball. Now she intensifies her demand for a refund, saying she isn't playing games with her hard-earned money, even without a receipt in hand. Now, Les's justifications aren't going to hold water with her. She wants her money, and she wants it now.
From me.
From you. This is tarnished.
You know what that stands for? What does that stand?
I want my money.
There will be.
Don't put your hands on me.
No smoking. Ma'am, there will be no smoking in the store. No smoking.
Smoking in the store. I got to calm my
Put your cigarette
I'm
out,
not
miss.
putting my
Miss,
cigarette
put
out.
your cigarette out.
Get your hands off me.
Put your cigarette out, miss. Miss, come here.
Get your hands off me. I'm not.
Just when you think the situation can't get any more ridiculous, Grandma takes out her cigarette and lights up in the store. Les, however, ain't having any of that and warns her right away that smoking isn't permitted anywhere, especially in his store. Grandma, however, is in no mood to follow the rules, leading to a showdown where Les tries to put out her cigarette while she vehemently refuses.
Smoking in the store. I got to calm my nerves. I'm not putting my cigarette out.
Put your cigarette out.
Get your hands off me.
Put your cigarette out, miss. Miss, come here.
Get your hands off me. I'm not.
I'm bending over backwards to appease this granny. I'm trying to be professional and I'm trying to give you courtesy.
Give me my money. That's all I want is my money.
As the literal smoke clears, Grandma's still not backing down. She demands her money with a threat of legal action, insisting that she'll see Les in court. Les, exasperated, finally agrees to give her the refund just to get her out of his hair. But even as he tries to make things right, Grandma ain't done. She wants a card because she's ready to sue his butt. And with that threat hanging in the air, she finally storms out, leaving Les bewildered and relieved.
All I want is my money. Give me a card, because I'm going to sue your ass.
Okay, I'll see you in court. Goodbye.
Get your hands off me. Yeah, right.
All right.
Stupid ass mother.
Go ahead.
Whatever.
She does not remind me of my grandmother.
And just when Les thinks the ordeal's over, Grandma turns back with one final threat. She's gonna bust his window. Now Les tries to reason with her, but Grandma's not having it. She's ready to throw down. But Les, with a mix of frustration and amusement, challenges her to try. As she storms out for the last time, Les can't help but reflect on how she's nothing like his own grandma, leaving the audience in stitches at the absurdity of it all. And that's it for today. Thanks for being a part of the Hardcore Pawn adventure with us. We hope you like the drama and surprises. And make sure you stay tuned for more pawn shop stories. See you next time. Watch Les the Pawn Shop Detective figure out a mystery with messy DJs and laptops held captive. See the suspenseful investigation unfold right here.
Okay, I went to get my purse back to make my payment. She's telling me this is expired. That's my purse right there. That one right there, the black one.
A meticulous lady strides in armed with confidence and a fake receipt, proclaiming ownership of a purse. Little does she know that Ashley is the store's memory bank, fully aware of every item in its rightful place. The girl, in her eagerness, attempts to vault over the counter, unaware that Ashley, the guardian of scams, is on duty.
It's my purse right there.
How do you know that's your purse?
Because I know my purse. Here's the money. I want the purse.
That bag would never impulse. If you want to buy it,
I just want to look at it and make sure it's not mine.
Undeterred by gravity and common sense, the girl persists in her charade. However, Ashley stands firm, recognizing the futility of the scam and the level of wrongness involved. It's like trying to sneak a peek at the answer key when the teacher is watching. Yeah, that's not happening.
First of all, don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. Give me my purse or I'm going to come over that counter and get it myself.
oh my God.
Get your hands off me.
Have a nice day. Let's go. Walk yourself out, yo.
You.
With a swift resolution to this failed escapade, the girl finds herself unceremoniously escorted out of the store. Lesson learned: Ashley's scam radar is always on, and jumping over counters won't get you far in this pawn. Seth and this customer can't seem to get anywhere in this transaction because she's texting. The woman gets worked up about her texting. This leaves Seth no choice but to send the woman off the premises.
All right, gonna redeem this.
Okay, actually, this was pulled.
Pardon me?
It was due on the 2nd.
No, I'm here to pay it right now.
I know, your loan is only for 90 days. So
What are you talking about?
If it's out there, then we can work from there.
Look, seriously, come on, why don't you just give me the TV back so I can leave, all right?
Yeah,
I'm getting a little aggravated.
I'm sorry,
I'm ready, it's
You're ready to what?
Just get pissed off. All right, I'm not. Seriously, no.
Seriously.
Yeah, seriously, I want to just get it over with.
What are we going to get over with?
I want to get my TV.
What you can do is you can go buy a TV.
You know what, I'm getting...
You sound just like him.
I'll put a big-ass fire in the street. I'll make up signs. No American jewelry and loan sucks.
Looking like Nick Nolte after hanging out with Charlie Sheen for 3 nights. Go on somewhere, man.
The guy wants his The irate Karen tries to take matters into her own hands, but ends up getting thrown out instead. Wasn't in there though. The woman tried to take a cone since she couldn't get the TV.
Yo, what the my one like this when I brought my boy in here? What's up with all these scratches and boy? Can you please get some Windex? You go get me some other Windex and some tissue and let's do this right and wipe my laptop down. You better give me that mother Windex. They not doing that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe she was going off because her laptop had a couple of spots on it. She probably missed her breakfast.
Oh, my messed up, man. My come in here like that, dog. You looking all retarded and stupid. You ain't gonna walk up on me.
Get out of the way.
You wanna...
Delusional customer rains insults on Joe when he can't help her clean her laptop.
Show you crazy. You don't realize who you messing with. You mother you. Oh, if I see you again in the way, I will hit you with my truck. Clown. Look at this. All this dust and stuff. This is my sponges and I shouldn't even have to do that. You think I'm gonna do business here again? Hell no.
When I was standing out there and I kept telling you to move away, you're walking back at her? Why the are you doing that? Get away! When that happens, remove yourself, be professional. That's where he...
The crazy woman is shown out of the store and Les shows his disappointment to Joe.
Pregnancy deal. A pregnant mom walks into a pawn shop, excited to purchase a wooden horse for her unborn baby. Oh, but the down part was that she has no money. How unfortunate considering her husband left her. Hearing her story, Ashley gets all empathetic and decides to give away the object to the yet-to-be-born baby mama. This is what she has to say. Well, everything went well for the lady, and even Ashley was proud of herself for doing a good deed.
Excuse me! Excuse me!
Wedding ring crook. Looks like someone's sleeping on the couch tonight. This wife found a pawn slip for her wedding ring in her husband's wallet. Time to hit up the pawn shop and get it back.
So your husband stole your wedding ring?
Yes, he took it because we're having financial problems. I get why he did it. I just want to pay for it and get my ring back.
Did you make a police report?
No, I didn't make a police report. The hell am I going to make a police report for?
The angry wife missed the no ticket, no service memo. Ashley can only work with what she's got, lady. Don't shoot the messenger.
Let me explain to you how this works. First of all, I don't just look up somebody's name and give you their information.
I didn't ask you to give me the information. I asked you to look it up. How hard is that? You look it up in the computer, you take it, I pay for it, we leave. It's not that hard.
Okay, I know it's not funny, but Ashley's solution was hilarious. Here's how she managed the situation. Nobody saw it coming.
It isn't
Take
that hard.
your pretty little feet, walk your pretty little legs out here.
You are not. Just go back there, give me my How hard is that? You can't just go back there and type in a name?
It's time to go. The only person you should be threatening is your husband.
Invisible friend. A guy trying to pawn a fake bracelet walks into a store with his imaginary friend. However, Les was skeptical until the friend started haggling for a better price.
My partner right here, Robert, we want to pawn this.
You're who?
My partner, Robert, right here.
Here's a person talking to an invisible friend, but I didn't see him.
Well, Robert the imaginary friend needs a reality check. Maybe this dude should stick to playing pretend more believably. After all, the pawnbroker here is no fool.
Robert, tell him, Robert, tell him. This is worth $200.
It was a stainless steel bracelet that we don't sell here for $10. There was no way he was gonna get anything.
However, his get-rich-quick scheme wasn't so quick after all. The customer's face fell faster than a lead balloon. This is how we reacted to the situation.
And he talking about he can't give me nothing for this. What the is that?
You know, come on, let's go to the outside. I gotta look at it a little more better.
All right.
I ain't leaving. I'm not leaving, man, until I get some money. I'm not leaving, man. That man, let me go.
Stolen telly. This lady's ex-boyfriend pawns her TV for some quick cash. With determination, she enters the pawn shop and confidently declares, "I'm here to rescue my kidnapped TV."
I need to get my stuff, my 2 TVs.
I need your ID or the tickets.
I don't have no ticket or no ID. My stuff was stolen and pawned from my boyfriend.
We need him or the tickets. Or
What you need him for? He ain't even nowhere around.
Ah, the policy police strike again. No ticket, no claims allowed. And in a spectacular display of logic defiance, here's how she responded to the situation.
Listen, don't land on my window. Get my bitch.
What? If I'm gonna have to get ratchet?
You don't pound on my window. Yes, I can. You can.
Oh boy, it seems like someone stirred the hornet's nest. But fear not, Ashley swiftly shut down those threats like a master conductor. Lesson learned, universe.
Okay.
Oh, please.
Bye. See ya.
No.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I am crazy, and I'll show you crazy.
No password. Oh, so you didn't just find this laptop aimlessly wandering around in the wilderness and thought, hey, I should take this. I'm sure the lady was adamant that it's my laptop.
How much did you want to get on this today?
The customer, hopeful for a good deal, brings in an item to pawn. Despite his expectations, he's offered only $20, leading to frustration and disbelief.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to see how much I can get for this. I'm trying to get at least 100 for it. Might have got this 20 times, but I won't be able to get that for it. So how much can you give me? $20? The hell you mean? I'm more or less helping than anything. Man, I'm gonna need more than $20 for this, man.
Les throws the guy out of the store because he's tired of his antics. But when the man won't go, Les has to call reinforcements. Enter Byron, who snatches the man and carries him expertly out the door.
What's your offer, Jay? 20, which is probably more than I would even offer him. I need my money. I understand. Need at least $100 for this.
You paid $200 for that, I overheard?
Yeah, I mean,
really, you paid $200. I'll sell you like 4 of them.
I need more than $20. Why is there more staff out here?
And I see another irate customer in line.
That's all I'm giving you. Period.
Despite attempts by other staff members to calm the situation, the customer's anger continues to mount. Profanities fly as the customer remains dissatisfied with the offered amount.
I'm the manager.
Oh, you are the manager?
I'm the manager.
You're the manager? I'm $20 for this. I've been waiting for an hour.
Yeah, take your out of here.
How about 100? You can give me what the I'm gonna do with $20. I
don't know.
I need more than $20.
I had to calm this situation down.
Take your out of here.
$20? What the I'm gonna do with $20?
A woman enters the pawn shop seeking to pawn her computer to help her son get into a technical high school. Despite her hopes of getting $150, the employee offers $100 based on her previous transactions. The woman insists on $150, citing her long patronage since '97, but the employee refuses, leading to escalating tension.
You head in for 100.
But I need 150.
I know, but I can't give you 150.
No, you are not appreciating my business.
Yes, I do. I
because when
cannot.
I ask you, you're not giving me what I want.
Well, I don't give everybody what they want. Do you want the 100?
No, I don't.
Okay, then goodbye.
What do you mean?
The woman's upset that when she needs assistance, her devotion to the store isn't valued. She challenges the employee, refusing to go without receiving the necessary amount, and angrily rejects the $100 offer despite her employee's best efforts to reason with her.
I want to see somebody make me leave up out of this mother giving me what I want.
Well, I don't give everybody what they want.
150.
Well, if you had
as
something
a patron that's been patron
if you-
since 97. No, I'm not done.
This lady comes in with
goodbye.
You can walk out the store.
I can, but am I going to walk out?
You will.
Who's going to make me? Who? I want to see somebody make me leave up out of this mother.
The woman abuses the employee and declines to accept the offered sum, escalating the intensity of the exchange. Another employee tries to defuse the situation, but the woman is unyielding and keeps threatening to do anything she wants.
Are you a lady or are you a child?
I don't give a what I am. What the hell are you with your wrinkled ass? You need to go somewhere and don't think that you won't. Because all I got to do is make a phone call. You know what?
Wait.
Get out. I'm not getting out of here. Get out. Put out. Mother, you going to jail if you touch. I've been patronizing this business since 97.
You have an English degree, right?
No, I don't. Yeah.
The woman gets increasingly combative and starts throwing abuse and threats at the staff, marking the height of the altercation. She's ordered to leave, but she resists and persists in challenging the staff, leading to her eventual escort out of the business. Her departure is accompanied by a final profanity-laden outburst. A new manager arrives at the pawn shop, surprising the Gold family, and they introduce themselves and express their eagerness to help out. Now, despite initial confusion, the Golds agree to give them a chance and see how their first day goes.
When I worked in sales at a bank, I was in charge of tailoring the products to the customer's wants. So I'd like to think that marketing is one of my strong suits. You like those? Like I said, they're durable, very inexpensive. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to purchase or put them in layaway today?
Definitely.
All right, I'm so excited. I got my first sale.
So what do you think?
I love it, but I'm not really sure how comfortable Ashley is about me coming in.
You know, I'm really not worried about Ashley.
Did you know about this?
Good luck, Ash. Have fun, co-manager.
The new manager showcases their sales skills, confident in their ability to tailor products to customers' needs. Despite their apparent enthusiasm, several family members question the comfort level and suitability for the position.
Can you just go back to your area?
Something you want to talk about, Ashley?
No, everything's cool.
You know, I'm just here to sell and make money for American Jewelry and Loan.
Don't just go sell.
We do it from 9 to 12.
You'll never get what you paid for.
You're probably right. Yeah, why don't I just move away?
What is he doing?
He's teaching her the business.
Teaching her to take over?
They're not going to get more than $1,500 anywhere else. I can guarantee that.
Great.
Wow.
The new manager and this customer are currently negotiating prices over a deal, and while the new manager insists that the deal's a good one, tensions start to rise as the customer questions the offer. Meanwhile, the Golds observe the situation with uncertainty. A guy strolls in all casual, claiming he scored these concert mics from a crowd toss-up. Seth, in disbelief, questions the absurdity of magically finding zipped-up mics in a wild crowd. Cue the suspicious eyebrows.
Keep an eye on him. Hi, how are you? I'm from American Jewelry. I have a gentleman down here who is trying to sell me some microphones. Are you missing some? Exactly, I've got them. You're gonna need to come down here. All right, thanks. Ash, call the cops.
Hi, this is American Jewelry and we have stolen merchandise. Thank you.
Seth gets into detective mode, calling the venue to verify if they're missing any mics. Well, turns out they are. Cue the dramatic music and the plot thickens vibes.
How much were you looking for?
$100 a piece if possible.
About 75 a piece.
That works.
Who the are these kids now? Are these his friends? So we're waiting for the police to come.
Okay. They're leaving.
No, man, you can't leave. The cops told us to hold you here.
Why? I'm not the person that came
You're
up
all involved in the group. That's the way it works. Until we know what's going on, that's the way it's going to be. So if you want us to have a seat till the cops get here.
Suddenly, the situation's hotter than a jalapeno in July. Seth's on the phone with the cops while the shady mic holder is sweating bullets. Security's on high alert as Seth tries to play cool, but it's chaos. Cue the circus music. So Ashley's caught in the middle of a classic family feud at the pawn shop. Dad's all like, "Close the door, Ashley, we need to talk." But it's not a cozy little chat. It's more of a what the heck's going on kind of situation. Turns out there's drama about TVs and Rich, and Ashley's like, "I used to run this joint, dude." Cue the fireworks.
Always pinpointing on the
You've
bathroom.
always done
Can you
good.
stop talking over me? You don't appreciate me. You don't appreciate anything I do here. I don't understand. We're family. You treat me like I'm a piece of What the Do you ever point out the good stuff I do here? I don't understand. We're family. You treat me like I'm a piece of You inside. I don't even know what to do
I'm
anymore.
taking the store side.
Ashley is laying it all out. Now she's feeling underappreciated, like she's stuck in some kind of twisted family drama sitcom. She gets irritated and eventually walks out of the room.
Then I quit. I'm done.
You're not done.
What?
You're not done. Ashley, one last time. If you walk out that door, don't ever come.
What just happened?
Ashley just quit. She walked out that door. She's not happy with the way we treat her.
I cannot deal with it. I'm out. I don't care what he says to bring me back. I'm done.
When you allow your emotions to run a business, it's the worst thing she could ever do. You're gonna lose.
But if you thought that was it, there's another surprise twist as Ashley drops a bombshell openly declaring that she quits and that she's done, and then she pieces out, leaving everybody in shock. But Les is stuck scratching his head, wondering what the heck just happened. But Ashley has made up her mind. Emotions run wild and business gets... Seth devises an expert method for appraising precious stones. Bob saves Les a lot of money with his knowledge of walrus reproductive parts, and Seth provides expert advice that saves a deal on an elephant part. These are the times experts saved Les gold from losing everything.
Hey, Les, come here for a sec. So people are coming in, pawning their stuff that they know is fake. They're not coming back for it, and we're stuck with it.
Are you kidding?
Test this piece out.
We test a lot of gold. We always use nitric acid.
So I'm gonna do some homework. I mean, this is...
No, this is sickening. We're losing a lot of money.
Seth makes a shocking discovery on how the pawn shop is losing money. Les doesn't like it either. Both father and son know that if this keeps up, they could be out of business.
What's the deal?
You know how I hate getting beat. You don't know if the girls are marking down 10 karat or 14 karat, what the true assay is?
Of course not. Okay.
And I'll tell you exactly the purity of gold. It'll tell you silver content and platinum content. We're getting past the old school way, and we're gonna make this new school.
It ain't never gonna happen.
We'll see about that.
Show me.
I will.
Okay.
Seth has done his homework and concludes that the pawn shop system needs to change. But is it worth the cost? Les certainly doesn't think so.
Nice to meet you. Here, come on back.
Okay.
I have a meeting this morning with the guy who sells the x-ray machine to test gold. Hopefully he'll let me borrow it for a week. It doesn't make sense. It's time to move on. So talk to me about the cost of the analyzer.
Right now, go back to your old acid test. You got a deal.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Now just hook it up and show my girls what the hell to do.
Yeah.
The expert recommends a machine that could change the game. Les is still not convinced, but the old man is willing to give Seth the benefit of the doubt.
Hi.
I'm Renee.
Hi, Renee. I'm Rich. How are you? So he got this in World War II
it's
off of... Because these are...
right in this area here.
World War II Japanese sword is worth a ton of money.
This sword could be worth a fortune, but Rick isn't sure. He knows he's gonna need some expert advice.
Put it on that metal analyzer, and it'll tell you if it's got stainless steel.
Ooh, want to try?
Let's go. Japanese swords are made out of steel. If this metal tester tells me something else, it's not authentic.
It'll help you. I'm happy to do it. Come on up here. We'll get your information.
This metal tester easily saved us a few $100. Seth might be onto something.
Thank you.
You have a good day, hon.
You too.
And the machine works. Even Les sounds impressed with the speed and accuracy of the expensive device.
So was I right?
You know, sometimes I have to admit, you made the right call. Okay. Good work. Good work. Keep it up.
Les doesn't mind losing a bet to his kids, especially if it earns him more money.
I'm here to sell my collectible Amazing Fancies issue, and it's 24 karat gold and sterling silver, and Stan Lee's autograph as well. This is all original casing and stuff. There's only been like 1 or 2 that's been sold since like 2000.
So I don't want it, because it doesn't match anything I have at our apartment.
Can we talk about this woman, though, for a minute? Why would you be in this relationship? I don't want to take this from this guy.
Enough.
A guy brings in a really interesting piece to the store at the behest of his controlling girlfriend. Ashley only wants to focus on business, but Bobby J is quite bothered about the customer's relationship.
Unfortunately, it's not 24 karat gold.
Oh, it's not?
It's plated, which decreases the value a lot.
Let me ask you this. What else have you had to get rid of?
Nothing else. The only reason...
The kid's miserable. He's scared to death to say anything. We should have helped him. You can't have this. You can't do that. Would you ever do that to somebody?
Can you just go over there and finish what you were doing before?
I can have an opinion about something.
You can, and enough's enough. Thank you.
The gold gun that Les bought from the expert comes in and saves the pawn shop more money. However, Bobby J's only concerned about saving the customer from his girlfriend.
Hi.
Scott. How you doing
So
today?
tell us a little bit about your...
1958 Perilla Greyhound. Most scooters use stamped wheels, where these are spoked wheels, kind of blends between a motorcycle and a scooter. The rarity of the bike, there's only known to be about a dozen in the country.
Of this particular brand?
This model.
So, realistic.
Best deal.
Tell me what you can do.
Give me 1 minute.
The customer walks in to sell a vintage motorcycle. The motorcycle is nice enough to catch Les's interest, but the price makes Les second guess.
A 58 Perilla motor scooter.
This is it.
Holy that's him.
So, let's be honest. How much were you asking for it online?
I was started out at 25.
And then what are we gonna do, raise it? This guy is trying to screw me. How can you get more if you have it online for $2,500?
I took it off because nobody wanted to buy it.
It's there.
Yeah, don't bull us.
No, it's not the bullshit.
Les and Ashley don't appreciate this customer's attempt to play a fast one on them.
I was ready to make a deal. But your dishonesty just pisses me off. Don't come in lying to me and telling me that you got it out there for $4 grand and you're selling it already for $2,500.
Next time you try to sell something, don't lie to somebody you're trying to sell it to.
Tell people the truth. It'll get you farther.
Yeah.
Don't come in bull me. Do you think we've become what we are today because I'm stupid? Good work.
Thanks to Les's expert, there's going to be no deal between Les and the scooter owner.
I'm Crystal.
Crystal, very nice to meet you.
This is Ashley. How you doing, Ashley?
Hi, how are
So what you got?
I have these bag of stones that I found out of my grandmother's house. She just passed not too long ago.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to get enough money for her funeral to do what I have to do.
Let me have, you know what? My gem expert is coming in this afternoon to look at a few pieces. You know what? If you want to leave these with us, I'll have him take a look.
What the hell is my dad doing? He's getting this lady's hopes up for nothing.
I'm going to show it to Bob. He'll make the final call.
It's a waste of
You'll
time,
see,
Dad.
you'll see.
Les believes that the stones might be profitable. However, Ashley thinks it's a waste of time and that it gives the seller false hope. Who do you think is right?
Earlier in the day, a woman brings in a bag of gems. And to us, they look just like crystals. But I have a gem expert, Bob. I'm going to have Bob check them out. So this woman with these stones is coming back. Okay. Do me a favor.
These are nothing.
We never get hits like this.
What do you praise it at? Guys, here she is.
We're going to change this woman's life.
She's gonna flip.
Yeah.
Les is confident the gym, his expert gemologist, will give him positive news. This time, Les's instincts are right on the money.
You're gonna change your life. This could change your life right here. Okay, here we go.
Oh my God. So, you're in hard times right now, right? I don't even know how to break this news.
$10,000.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
My God, guess what? They just gave me $10,000 for Grandma Jules. Yes, I'm so serious. I'm glad I came up here today.
The woman gets more than she expected, but if Les gave her $10,000, just imagine how much he would make for the precious gem.
These are walrus peni.
Walrus.
Penises.
Why?
I'm pretty sure I'm right in line with what you can find on the internet. $600 each for those, and $600 for them. There is no way I would take less than $500 for those a piece.
Correct.
Just wouldn't do it.
Let me just go look.
Two customers come in with some of the weirdest items you'll ever see on the show. Les has to take a second to understand what he's dealing with.
Yeah, you're 100% right. How the hell did you know about that? Holy Bob. He's really proficient in anything that's hard. Yeah, I mean, this is it. My guy knows about these things.
Right. Make us an offer.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming in.
Bob is an expert on all sorts of things, including the reproductive parts of a male walrus, for some reason. The expert really saved Les a lot of money with his odd knowledge.
Skull of an elephant.
Really?
It's very unusual.
It's very unusual. How did you get it?
My best friend had it, passed away, and I inherited this one. It's where the tusks were.
I understand that. It came from Africa?
Yeah, right.
Well, I
So-
can promise you nobody's ever brought in an elephant skull, ever. That I can
Little
tell you.
unique.
How about 500?
Nope. 500, I'll take it back. Throw it in my family room, even though my wife don't want it there. How about 12?
How about 5,000?
That's as low as I'm gonna go.
It's definitely elephant season for Les, but will he be inclined to own this piece of an African elephant?
Let me talk to my elephant expert.
Africans are more expensive than the Asian ones. Africans are... So you don't really want to lug it back home, do you?
No, I don't.
So 600, 700.
I believe he'll put it in his own personal collection. It'll have a decent home.
You are?
Thank you.
51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Les consults with his expert, and then he uses that advice to close down a good deal for the pawn shop. Robert Ashley, the deal expert, finds a customer with a car seat missing its base. Can Ashley make a deal, or will it turn into a funny situation? Ashley faces a funny moment. A customer wanted a Chilla scarf, but it's really just a bunny. Get ready for a wild time. So in walks this dude looking like he just stepped out of a heavy metal concert. Tattoos everywhere, face carved up like he had a disagreement with a razor blade. He's all like, "Hey, call me the devil." Seriously? Who does that? But hey, anyway, nice to meet you, Lucifer. Then he drops this bombshell. He's 2,500 years old. Seth's like, "Dude, you got me beat. Finally, someone older than my dad." But here's the kicker. He wants to swap his gold for some cash. Says money's the root of all evil. Yeah, buddy, you're really living the stereotype.
2,500 years old. Great. I finally got to meet somebody that's older than my dad. So how can I help you today?
I want to get rid of this gold. Money's the root of all evil.
This guy might take the cake for the weirdest guy that has ever walked through the store.
How much you want? I could have gotten $650 for this stuff if I melted it down and sold it to my refinery. How about 500?
Can't do it.
It's $850 profit in this thing.
So they're haggling. Seth offers 650, he wants 610, and they're dancing around like it's a satanic tango. But alas, the devil doesn't always get what he wants. Cue the sad violin.
I guess we don't have a deal.
So there Seth is, trying to make a deal with the devil. And he's all like, "I want cash for my gold," and Seth's thinking, "Sure, buddy, let me just grab my holy water." But seriously, with the negotiation, Seth offers him $650, he wants $610, and they're doing the demonic dance of the dollars. But in the end, no dice. No deal with the Prince of Darkness today, folks. Sorry, Satan. Maybe next time, bring a better pitchfork.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Nana.
Nana.
I called up here and I got an estimated price, and they told me that I could get $400 for these.
You called up here and got an estimated price. Who'd you talk to?
Nicole?
Nicole. Over the phone?
Yes,
But
ma'am.
we don't see them over the phone. She's lying. Can I see your merchandise? You need to come in, you need to evaluate your earrings, we need to test them.
Ashley introduces herself in a bubbly tone. Now Nana barges in, claiming that she was promised $400 for her 3-carat diamond earrings. She accuses Nicole of lying about the offer. Ashley calmly explains they need to evaluate the earrings in person. Nana demands $400 but gets offered $185 instead, triggering her outrage.
Where Nikki at?
Nikki.
Nicole.
Well, which is it, Nicole or Nikki?
Listen, it's real diamonds. All I know is I need my $400.
All right.
So what you're saying is you're not gonna give me that $400, right?
No, I'm not. I mean, you're not gonna come in here demanding money from me.
Nana insists on the $400, but Ashley stands her ground. Nana's frustration peaks and she frantically searches for Nikki, accusing everybody of disrespect. Chaos ensues as Nana's volume rises, demanding her mother money. Ashley remains composed, but Nana's confusion and persistence escalate the situation.
I am because that's what I called for. And they told me that they was gonna give me $400. Now where the is Nikki at? Where the is Nikki at? Nikki! What? No, Nikki! Where this bitch at?
She all of a sudden darted away from me, started screaming for Nikki. It was like a bat out of hell.
Where this bitch? I don't need nobody to escort me out this bitch. Oh, y'all.
Okay, have a good day.
And kiss my ass.
Keep walking. Bye. Nana.
You bitch. Oh, you mother.
Give me a headache.
Nana's outburst intensifies and she demands respect while causing a scene. Ashley calls for her removal, leading to a heated exchange. Nana storms out, hurling insults and leaving everybody exasperated. The encounter ends with Ashley lamenting Nana's departure, causing a headache in her wake, leaving the pawn shop in peace once again. Head to her. It's a battle of wills over a bag, and nobody's given an inch. Can't blame a girl for trying, though. The situation ends with some confusion and disbelief.
Hi, how are you?
Looking for a watch, a nice watch. Know what I'm playing?
Sure. Which one?
That one right there.
This one?
Yes, ma'am. Hey.
For sure.
Wow, look at this watch. Like this right here. How much is this watch right here? $75 watch.
Do you want to spend more
Give
or
me
less?
like a watch like 500 or something.
Yeah.
A Bugatti.
Ashley kicks off with a casual "Hi, how are you?" diving into the deep philosophical quest for a nice no. She presents an item with the enthusiasm of a game show host, throwing in a touch of suspense. What, like this right here? Now this is, how about this right here? $75, no more. Ashley's unique charm shines through as she tries to make a deal.
Let me see this one right here. This one right here. That's platinum. Yeah, I like that one. Oh, now this is real. I want to buy it.
Perfect.
$5.99.
$5.99 plus tax?
I got you.
Perfect.
Okay.
With a bit of a theatrical touch, Ashley takes us through her thought process, pondering the value of an item priced at $599. She playfully negotiates, exclaiming, $5.99? Yeah, I got you. But with a comedic twist, she emphasizes the urgency, claiming she's about to go deaf if the deal isn't sealed.
Okay, this is $599 plus tax.
Hold on, wait a minute. This is worth, look at it. 2 and add 3 more zeros with it. 2,000, baby. Come on. Okay, and it's worth $2,000. It's rare to find a $2 bill that got red in it. Now tell me they ain't worth $2,000.
I'm about to go deaf.
With a blend of sarcasm and determination, Ashley confronts a potential buyer, confidently declaring, "I've got a pile of money, so this. I get some change back." The escalating drama continues as she reveals the tax and challenges the customer to come out and make a deal. The conversation takes an unexpected turn, hinting at the item being worth more than a round neck.
This is worth more than that around your neck. You understand me? You little chunky, draws-looking person.
Okay.
So you wanna ball my $2 bill up? You know what? I'm a Big Mouth is hungry.
You're hilarious.
Real funny, man. Y'all be killing me. I'll pawn you. Matter of fact, that $2 bill, you could I'll pawn it this whole store. With that
In a grand finale, the dealer passionately argues the item's value, escalating it to a humorous threat of going deaf. Now the playful banter reaches its peak with creative insults like chunk and band try. The situation makes us wondering if this is a sales pitch or a comedy routine. Continue not to go smoothly for Ashley as she faces the wrath of an impatient customer. Despite her attempts to redirect, the customer insists on bypassing the line. Now Ashley, cornered by absurdity, attempts to salvage the situation with humor and fails miserably.
Hi. How you doing? Good, how are you?
This look like chinchilla to you?
How much did you spend? Do you remember that?
That was a lot of cash, a lot of money.
Okay. I didn't sell you this.
You sold me this.
Ashley faces a furious customer. The customer, seeking a chilla scarf, discovers that he's been bamboozled with the bunny instead of the luxurious chinchilla that he desired. Grip, it's not a handshake, it's a ton of cash.
Do you have your receipt?
I don't have a receipt. Man, you sold me this bull for real. I ain't leaving here until I get my damn money back. Bunny right there.
I wish this bunny would just...
See this? Look at it. It's flying through the...
As the drama unfolds, Ashley denies the accusation, stating the chilla is actually a bunny. Now the customer's girlfriend confirms the fluff faux pas, tossing the rabbit back. The receipt? It's apparently tucked in a peculiar location.
Look at that. Ain't nothing chinchilla about it. I want my money now.
It's time to go, sweetheart.
All right, you can take that home if you want to. But I want my money, that's all.
Have a good day.
That was nice on you.
Whatever, man.
Around your neck.
That's some old ass.
Amidst the chaos, the customer adamantly demands a refund while comparing the bunny to Bugs Bunny. Now Ashley remains unfazed, suggesting the bunny be taken home as a consolation prize. But the customer's not having any of it. This bunny's not hopping away from the dispute.
I'm not wearing that old ass.
That was a good shot right there. You play basketball?
I'm not wearing that old ass, man.
Have a good day.
You too. I want my money. Man, I spent good money up in this bitch.
Why you so violent, girl? Go on up out of here. I'm trying to be nice to you.
Now you're gonna leave it?
You wear that.
In a final showdown, Tippers Flair and Ashley bids adieu to the irate customer, but not without some sass and a failed attempt to pawn off an old scarf. The customer exits empty-handed but full of fury, leaving Ashley to ponder the quirks of pawnshop life.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm looking to find this.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get some money so I can bail my man out.
How much you looking to get?
500.
500. How'd you come up with 500?
Because this is a new gig.
In this one, Ashley encounters a customer looking to pawn an item, claiming it's like an iPad. Now Ashley questions the uniqueness, and the customer insists that it's a new gig and demands $500 for it. Ashley is incredibly skeptical.
So I should get some. Yes. This is a pad.
This is an iPad?
It's something like an iPad.
I'm just curious, how? How would you use this as an iPad?
It's something like an iPod.
Ashley challenges the customer's understanding, questioning how the item could be similar to an iPad. The customer struggles to explain, resorting to sound effects.
You don't know about electronics, so I need somebody else, sweetie.
Second of all, you're not going to talk.
Where's the manager at? Where's the mother?
It's me. So if you want...
Who's over you?
The customer, frustrated, demands to see the manager. Ashley reveals that she is the manager, leading to a heated exchange. The customer insists on $500, using forceful language, but Ashley stands firm, refusing to tolerate demands.
Me?
It's somebody that's over you, and you're going to give me $500.
No, not talking to me like that.
Yes, you are. I want $500.
So I'm going to ask you to leave.
No, I'm not going down my way.
You threaten me? You're out. You're not coming back. I don't care if it takes 10 people to escort you out.
Sweetie, I will be back with your fat Albert-looking ass bitch.
As tensions rise, the customer becomes more aggressive, threatening and claiming that they won't leave without the desired amount. Now, Ashley remains steadfast, emphasizing that they're not welcome back. The situation escalates, setting the stage for a dramatic exit.
Oh.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Got some equipment here.
Yeah.
We need some money. We're going to out west. We killed all the deer in Michigan, so we got to go out for bigger and better stuff.
In this thrilling episode, Les and Seth face two grizzled sellers with Santa beards armed with ancient computers. Claiming that they hunted all the deer in Michigan, they demand $900 to head out west. Les, skeptical and slightly amused, offers a resounding zero, much to their disbelief.
I thought that they were kidding. The last time I saw one of these computers was in the 80s. To be honest, what I can offer you is around here, there's no way we're gonna be able to help this guy out.
The sellers persist, insisting on $800, but Les holds firm at zero, triggering their rage. Unfazed, Les declares their items as mere ancient artifacts. Now these guys storm out in disbelief, leaving Les to reflect on the Detroit rock scene, mentioning ZZ Top's enduring presence.
Have a good day.
So much.
You too.
You know, I couldn't. ZZ Top is still in Detroit.
And an unexpected twist, an irate man drops and breaks an item. Tempers flare and Les kicks him out, declaring, "Get your ass out of here." Now, their retort is drowned out by Les emphasizing that they're taking care of business. Detroit's toughness showcased in a humorous security job offer.
Care of business, baby.
I know that's
so,
right.
if you need security job, you come and see us. People in Detroit are tough. She showed them.
You people.
Wrapping up the chaos, Les confidently asserts that was taking care of business, baby. Now he cheekily invites anyone needing security in Detroit to come their way. The scene ends with Les asserting Detroit's toughness, leaving us all entertained and maybe questioning our own security needs. The seller aims high at $150, but Les offers a mere $10. The seller demands to see the manager, mistaking another employee for one. He refuses Les's crackhead price offer, leading to escalating tension.
I can go $10.
$10.
$10, yeah.
The seller refuses to budge until he gets his $150. Threats fly and Les makes Seth, the dealer, greets a man approaching with an earring emergency because his little red Corvette broke down. Classic. Seth, in awe, asks who he is, but the man's response? A mystery. Well, I guess it's time to cue the Prince theme music.
Oh, you're just. No, it makes sense. Being a.
I am being a.
Yeah, well.
Because you
know.
brought in a fake.
The truth hits hard like a guitar riff. It's an imitation earring. Seth throws some shade, calling it imitation Prince. The man's defense? Priceless. Seth's patience wanes as the man's excuses fall flat. Comedy? Pure gold.
Exactly.
Tolerate fake items, bids farewell with a sprinkle of Prince references. The man exits, but the drama's not over yet. Seth senses some mischief brewing. As the man leaves, Seth's parting words, a cheeky purple rain nod. Another day at the pawn shop, folks.
Now, if you can't help me, bitch, get someone else that can. Do I need to get loud?
What you do that for?
Your punk ass home, bitch! Watch your punk ass home!
You playing my man?
Hey, what that electronics at, man?
Let's see what you
I ran
got.
out of gas in the damn parking lot. It doesn't matter how much it costs, man. I just need $150.
30.
I want my $150, please. I would like-
35.
I really don't need nobody. It's just gonna be me. Let's go, bro.
Things get heated really quickly.
Hey, nah. This man, get off me. Think I'm playing with y'all?
They got a little bit
Man,
put.
y'all. I want y'all to help me out, man. Turn right.
I do.
In this lively scene, Ashley, a pawn shop dealer, encounters a customer seeking to pawn an item. With a comical twist, the customer explains her predicament, having lost all of her money at the casino and now seeking to pawn her car seat, albeit without its base. She hilariously demands assistance, unaware of the impossibility of the situation.
Too heavy to carry?
I need the base.
Ashley is unable to help her.
Have to have the base for it.
I know how a car seat goes. Can you
Properly?
get someone else? Where's the manager?
Me.
Do you have a supervisor?
Me. So I can't take it in pawn.
You Georgia peach looking mother. Now, if you can't help me, bitch, get someone else that can.
This customer constantly, persistently pleads for help, emphasizing her dilemma. Now, despite her persistence, Ashley can't comply due to the missing base. The customer's escalating frustration leads to demands for a manager or supervisor, but to no avail. Tensions begin to rise as the customer insults Ashley, resulting in security intervention.
To have the base for it.
I know how a car seat goes. Can you
Properly?
get someone else? Where's the manager?
Me.
Do you have a supervisor?
Me. So I can't take it in pawn.
You Georgia peach looking mother. Now, if you can't help me, bitch, get someone else that can. Need you to take my car seat. Give me my mother car seat. I'm not going nowhere. Let me down! Oh!
I don't know if she's supposed to be using the car seat or her child.
Byron the guard intervenes, forcibly removing the unruly customer from the premises. Despite her protests, security ensures her departure. We then conclude with the customer's futile attempt to reclaim her car seat, emphasizing the absurdity of her actions and highlighting the humor of the situation.
Ashley, Seth, and Karen to the office, please. Ashley, Seth, and Karen. So I got the results back from the secret shopper. Taking care of this customer. What is the first thing you see? 3 rings on the showcase.
That's not allowed.
Right. So one item out at a time. Now let's fast forward. Told somebody that you'd come back.
I said I'd send somebody over.
But nobody ended up coming over.
Les, the silver-haired sultan of secondhand, calls his court jesters, Ashley and Seth, to the throne room. Apparently, he had a secret shopper, Ava, visit the pawn shop, and the results were not the best. Ashley and Seth exchange nervous glances, wondering if Les is going to unleash his legendary roar or just some good-natured pawn.
That you'd come back.
I said I'd send somebody over.
But nobody ended up coming over. Now, how about this one? Wait till I show you this.
I yawn.
In front of a customer?
Maybe that happened one time out of like maybe the past 20 years that I've been here.
That particular day.
Les unleashes his claws. He throws Bobby under the bus for displaying 3 rings at once, a cardinal sin in Lesland. Then he tears into Seth for taking too long to help a customer, accusing him of being slower than a pawnbroker on vacation. Ashley, sensing an opportunity, crosses her arms and silently whispers, "Uh-oh, somebody's feeling the heat."
Look at how Linda took care of this person.
This would run you $1,700 here.
That's the best way to go. Look at how he's showing the television set. In Steve's report, and let me show you who got a 98 out of 100. Karen. Look at the way that she's handling the customer.
I'm so happy I was able to help you today.
98.
Les shifts his focus, showcasing the shining examples of Linda and JP. Linda, the Diamond 9 diva, expertly appraises a watch, while JP, the tech titan, demonstrates a TV with the enthusiasm of a kid on Christmas morning. Ashley takes a mental note, scribbling, "Be more Linda, less Seth" on her pawn-shaped notepad.
98. The most important thing that we have to offer is customer service.
You could learn something from me.
A rose near 2 thorns.
Les, I'm just doing my job.
I'm very proud of you.
Les reveals the ultimate scorecard. Karen, the customer service queen, scored a perfect 98. Ashley and Seth slump in their chairs, feeling like yesterday's jewelry. But Les throws Ashley a bone, calling her a rose between 2 thorns. A not-so-subtle dig at Seth. So Ashley puffs at her chest, basking in the rare praise, while Seth silently vows to outshine Karen next time.
Is there something you need help with?
No, I'm just browsing.
Okay, sounds good. Anything catches your eye that you want me to pull out?
I was kind of looking at some of these watches.
Okay, something wrong?
Yeah, my phone. I just let my... Did you take my phone?
On the showcase.
In a pawn shop far, far away from common sense, a customer's quest for an invisible phone turns the store into a circus. Imagine a magician's act gone wrong. Now add grumpy customers and confused employees. It's a comedy of errors where the only thing missing is the phone that everybody's looking for.
Look, I ain't crazy. Damn it, I just let my phone there. Yo, you better get off because get the manager. You
Another customer in the store. You have got to get out.
Y'all, please, listen.
As chaos reigns supreme, the invisible phone saga transforms into a slapstick showdown. Consider a scene from a stupid action film, but with canes instead of firearms, and insults flying quicker than a swarm of birds. It's like a sitcom on steroids, with each character competing for the title of most absurd performance.
I'm out of here, yo.
Their business outside.
Nobody don't got time for this. Yo, get this old ass.
Hey, what's your problem?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
You ain't gonna need that cane. Go ahead, put the cane down. Chill out. Gangsta, calm down.
Yeah, all right.
Man, don't hurt nobody. And watch how you use that cane.
Shut the hell up.
You got grandkids?
Ban that.
Have a nice day.
Now, as the dust settles, the pawn shop resembles a battlefield of comedic proportions. With tempers cooled, the invisible phone remains the elusive star of this absurd show. And when the curtain falls on this hilarious display, only one thing is certain: nobody's gonna leave with their sense of worth intact.
Hi, I'm trying to pawn this chain. Yeah, we won't be able to take this. Why you want me to take?
Why are you screaming?
Because I want my mother money. I'm a boss. That's what I do. Get my money.
You're gonna come and get it?
One way or another.
All right, well, I'll come and give it to you.
Yeah.
So this guy strolls in all confident, trying to pawn off some change. He's like, I want $250 for this. But hold up, it's faker than a $3 bill. The drama unfolds as he demands his mother money and threatens to take it by force. Oh man, well, we got ourselves a boss in the making right here.
Where's it at?
Back up. Okay, first of all, that's not real.
What?
Do you want me to let you pawn your watch for $250?
And here comes round two. The guy's still clinging onto that delusion, insisting that it's real bling. However, they're not having any of it, threatening to remove him if he doesn't turn down the volume. But at least he's willing to compromise. Now, will he finally accept reality, or is he going to keep shouting his way to nowhere?
I'll take the $250.
Wow, changing a tone now.
Yeah.
Want to follow me this way?
Thanks for helping me.
Well, take a look at that. The guy finally got a soft spot and finally ready to see reason. $250? Yeah, sure. Talk about a change of tune. And with that, he's off to his next journey.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. My girlfriend, she came up here and she got rid of my Xbox 360 and I came up here to get it back.
She got rid of your Xbox?
Yeah, we got into an argument and I woke up and it wasn't there. So I called her and I asked her where was it at and she told me it was up here. So I just came up here to get it back.
Okay, it's not just gonna give you your 360.
You just need to give me my stuff.
No, I don't need to do anything.
I don't have no ticket.
Okay, you done?
Y'all just need to hand me my because I'm gone.
You gonna what?
What y'all supposed to have some security guards or something? Y'all looking at me and
He can look at whoever he wants. He's our guard here. So.
Like I was saying, can I just have
No.
Can I just have
So here's this guy, right? He waltzes into the shop like he's lost his favorite pair of socks in the laundry. Turns out his girl threw out his Xbox 360. And he's all like, I need it back. And Ashley's there, cool as a cucumber, asking for a ticket. Ticket to what? The Xbox amusement park? Classic mix-up.
Another one?
Well, let me just look for one that I want to grab.
Okay, you go that way. I'll show you some. Wait right
Hey, what them
here,
360s there,
and
bro?
I'll sell you one for $200.
No, I can grab one for free.
Excuse me?
Now the guy's on a mission, but Ashley's playing hardball. No ticket, no Xbox, she says. But our hero ain't having it. He's all like, just give me my stuff. Like, bro, do you even have a receipt? And then he tries some Jedi mind trick about grabbing one for free. Nice try, buddy, but this ain't a buy one, get one free sale.
Oh, I got the feeling that, yeah, he really into video games because he tried to warp out of here to like another world. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here.
Get the out. Now.
All right,
Don't ever step back.
You gonna make me move?
It pissed me off. I've never seen somebody run around my store like that. I've never seen somebody jump in a barrel. I've seen some crazy but never that.
Then it gets wild because the guy hops into a barrel and attempts to warp out of there. Now Ashley's telling security to get him out of there, and it's an entire circus. The guy finally bolts, and Ashley's left scratching her head wondering what the heck just happened. Never a dull moment in the pawn shop. Ashley politely informs her that it's more like a $10 promise, triggering a meltdown worthy of a Shakespearean tragedy. It's a bargain battle royale. Now the woman wants $165, but Ashley's all like, I'll give you $150, and it's a standoff. Then, boom, attitude explosion. The woman's throwing verbal haymakers like it's a boxing match. Ashley's like, hold up, honey, don't sass the cashier. In the end, Robert storms out, swearing never to return like some kind of reality TV diva. Classic entertainment, folks. You couldn't make any of this up if you tried.
You looking at mother? Get the off me. Hey, what the you look?
I need my $20. $100. No, little mama, calm down.
You won't believe how much this customer did when he couldn't take in the truth.
Get the out of here, man.
Get the
out of here. Why are you standing behind me?
It's a bright and sunny day at the pawn shop, but hold on to your hats because we're in for a wild ride. This cool and laid-back Albanian dude strolls in with a bunch of ancient comic books. When I say cool, I mean it. Like, look at this.
Ganti, how you doing?
What's your name?
Ganti.
Genti?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
He's got dollar signs in his eyes, thinking they're worth a fortune. But is he in for a surprise or what? Les and Ashley, the shop owners, give them their usual warm welcome. The customer proudly showcases his prized comics, claiming they're from the groovy 70s and in mint condition. He's even bold enough to demand a whopping $2,000 for the lot. What? They are shocked.
How much did you want for him?
I was looking around 2,000, man.
$2,000?
But our savvy Ashley ain't falling for it. She spots the bent corners and unimpressive preservation, grilling the customer about their sorry state. Poor fella, he's speechless. Didn't see that coming, did he?
Do you see the edges?
That's just one of them. Come on.
No, actually, that's all.
Ashley cuts straight to the chase and offers a jaw-dropping $5 for the entire stack. Yep, you heard it right. A gigantic drop from his lofty $2,000 expectation. Naturally, our customer isn't happy with the lowball and tries to haggle. But kudos to Ashley and Les. They hold their ground, eventually nudging the price up to a massive $6.
Come on, you guys just work with me a little bit. Give me something, you know what I mean?
6?
And that's when things go from zero to chaos. Our previously calm customer suddenly loses it, accusing the shop of playing mind games. Leslie tries to calm him down, reassuring him they're not joking around. But no, he won't take their word for it. He insists on verifying the authenticity of the comics, and Ashley's response takes him to new levels of shock.
From the 1970s.
So am I.
I don't give a where you.
Oh boy, buckle up, because it's all downhill from here. The customer starts swearing up a storm, slamming the table like a man possessed. He's convinced he's being duped, and boy is he fuming.
Like you're playing me right now, because I know this is worth way more than $6.
The situation gets so out of hand that a burly bodyguard has to step in and escort him out. But wait, there's more. Right before leaving, he pulls a move that really ticks off another customer. Talk about adding fuel to the fire.
Get the off me. Hey, what the you look? Come here.
Next thing you know, we're witnessing an impromptu street brawl right inside the shop. These two customers throw punches like they're in a heavyweight championship match. And let me tell you, it's a hilarious sight to behold.
Someone fuck me. You little bitch.
Eventually, the bodyguards swoop in like superheroes and drag both fighters out. Man, talk about a show. After the dust settles, our Albanian friend tries to save face with a final quip. I'm Albanian, baby! Well, my friend, you certainly lived up to that fiery reputation of yours. What a roller coaster of a pawn shop experience, folks. Next up, just another regular day at the pawn shop. People coming and going. Some happy, some not so much.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me prove my point.
Now here's a guy who walks in hoping to get a loan of $100 for his gold chain. And you know what? The receptionist happily agrees. Loan approved, right?
How much would you like?
$100.
Okay. I can do the $100.
Well, hold your horses, because this is where things go haywire. This customer seems all polite and even hands over his ID for verification. But then he brings up this 20% business, as it's written on the sign right there. The receptionist is completely lost, and the customer starts explaining how he should get 20% added to the $100 loan, making it $120.
Put my 20%, right?
What 20%, sir?
The sign right here says I get 20%.
But the poor receptionist has no clue what he's talking about. Politeness goes out the window, folks. The man's anger instantly flares up when he realizes the receptionist is clueless. He asks her if she's ever seen the sign in her life, and boy does he point it out right in front of the shop. Talk about intense.
Sir, I don't know what you're talking about.
Is you serious?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you ain't never seen the sign?
Now, this angry customer won't let it go. His voice keeps getting louder, drawing everyone's attention in the shop.
I'm supposed to get 20%. You said you gonna give me 100. I get 20% of 100.
We see as the bodyguard's on alert, and even Seth, the boss, steps out of his office to see what the commotion is all about. The man keeps angrily repeating that he's supposed to get that 20% with $100. When the receptionist refuses to budge, he demands to see the manager. Seth steps up and asks the customer to read the sign again. He patiently explains what it actually means.
At another pawn shop, bring me in the ticket, and when you take it out of that pawn shop, I'll give you 20.
But does our furious customer listen? No way. He's sticking to his guns, dead set on his demands. He even goes back and snatches the sign to show it to the receptionist and Seth. You can practically feel the tension, folks. If Seth wasn't behind that glass, this guy might have thrown a punch. Clearly, he's not thinking straight. That's when the bodyguard steps in and takes the sign away from him.
Hey, straight up, my man, let us go. Let us go. 20%.
The angry customer doesn't even give Seth a chance to explain. Oh boy, talk about rage blinding a person. This irate customer keeps shouting in the shop, demanding his 20%, hoping someone will back him up.
Sir.
Why?
Well, because you're
false advertising. I guess you think
You're not letting.
But here's where things escalate. This customer challenges Seth to step out of his glass office and face him like a man. Whoa, the temperature's rising in here. But Seth's having none of it. He tells him to get out since he's causing a ruckus. And you know what happens next? He gets escorted out by the bodyguard. And get this, he tries to take the sign with him.
I'm getting something out this, bro. I'm you down for this time, my man. I'm gonna chase you down.
Gotta admit, that's a bit hilarious. But the bodyguard quickly snatches it back, and the customer keeps cursing as he leaves the shop. But wait, there's more. To show his anger, this guy grabs a harmless plant and throws it on the ground.
$20 worth right there, bitches.
Oh, man. What did the plant do to him?
Seriously, what did the plant ever do to you, man? And off he angrily storms away. It's never a dull day around here, is it? This next lady has real poor luck, but it does not excuse her behavior.
Wait, man. The door's right there. Have a good day.
Cause you got a big dude, you think you hot?
So this lady storms into the store demanding her stuff back, which happens to be just 2 TVs. The receptionist asks her for some ID and tickets as proof, but this lady is completely clueless.
I need your ID or the tickets.
My what?
She doesn't have any of those things, and here comes the shocker. Her boyfriend pawned off her belongings. Can you believe it? Now she wants them back, and it's a pretty messed up situation to be honest. She explains to the receptionist that she can't provide the required documents because her no-good boyfriend isn't even around anymore. He left her high and dry. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Now Ashley, who overhears the whole thing, initially sympathizes with this poor girl. But hold up, that sympathy doesn't last for long, and for good reason.
I feel terrible for her, but I can't help her without her ticket.
This customer suddenly loses her mind, like all the anger in the world has consumed her. And guess what she does next? Brace yourselves, people. She starts yelling and banging on the glass window, demanding her precious TV. Seriously, that's not how you get things done. Even if someone is trying to help you, no one will tolerate that kind of behavior. Ashley, understandably furious, tells her to back off. The situation gets so heated that Ashley has to step out of the room to confront this unruly customer. And guess what? This lady has the audacity to threaten Ashley. Well, Ashley isn't one to back down, so she tells her to get the heck out of the shop. This customer is beyond crazy, I tell you. It seems like she had a truckload of problems even before she set foot in the store.
What? I dare you.
Now, the bodyguard steps in to escort her out, but oh boy, this girl goes on a rampage. She knocks over everything in her path, completely enraged. Come on, girl, you seriously need to chill out.
Bye. What?
Finally, they manage to get her out of the shop, but you won't believe what happens next. Unlike the previous guy who threw a plant, this woman tries not once, not twice, but 3 freaking times to break back into the store. I mean, seriously, woman, get a grip on yourself. This is just embarrassing for everyone involved.
But damn it, we're not your local psychologist neither.
Even the bodyguard has had enough at this point, and he can only imagine what kind of crazy exchange must have taken place. Man, oh man, what a wild scene that must have been. This next guy is the most polite guy you'll see, but things take an interesting turn. Something urgently to scrape together enough cash to cover his rent. Now that's a offered a helping hand. So the dude decides to sell his late grandma's ring, thinking it's made of real gold and worth a fortune. Knockoff Rolex. He demands his ring back and starts searching for someone else to deal with.
I'm trying to do whatever I can to help him.
It's not making no sense.
He goes ballistic, questioning Ashley's every move and acting all erratic. It's honestly a bit. He's busy with his threats, making Ashley's job even harder. But our girl Ashley, bless her heart, stands her ground like a champ. But wait for it, folks. Here comes the jaw-dropping twist. Out of nowhere, a hero emerges.
Don't put your finger in.
Seriously, what on earth did Ashley ever do to deserve this kind of treatment? It's downright mind-boggling, folks. Well, the last person on this list is no less than any other irrational person than earlier.
If the item was worth the money, I would give her money, but he was a loudmouth.
It's just another ordinary day at the shop when this woman walks in, hoping to make some quick cash by selling her jewelry. Pretty common scenario, right?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Trying to find this here.
Well, here's the twist. It's also quite common for people to claim that their jewelry is real, when in fact, it's not. But it all depends on how they react when they find out the truth. Now, this particular woman already seems a bit agitated as she approaches the counter to sell her rose gold earrings. Les, the shopkeeper, takes a look at the earrings and bluntly informs her that the color is not real. Surprise, surprise.
I can feel you.
Okay, so what's up?
They're not real.
The woman didn't see that coming. Les goes on to explain why the color is faded, indicating that the earrings are not made of real gold. Now, you'd expect her to accept the reality and move on, right? Nope, not this lady. Instead, she comes up with a lame response like, well, duh, that's because it's rose gold. Seriously? I mean, it's common knowledge that when the color starts fading on real gold, it's a clear sign that it's not genuine. But this woman insists it's two-tone rose gold, while Les insists it's just some base metal.
They were just base metal. It's not gold. Base metal is going to turn colors when you put chemicals on it.
Come on, lady, listen to the expert here instead of getting all rude. The fact is, base metal changes colors, not real gold. It's pretty clear that this woman just wants some money and has the audacity to demand $200 for those earrings. And as if being rude wasn't enough, she starts hurling abuse at poor Les.
That real rose gold earrings, man, I need $200 right now. What the is the...
Talk about being confused and disrespected. I can't blame Les for not taking that kind of nonsense. So the bodyguard steps in to escort the woman out of the shop. But guess what? She keeps insisting that she wants her money and even asks the bodyguard to check the earrings again. Seriously, lady, drop it already. Here's the funny part, and you'll never guess what Les did next.
Yeah.
You want me to wrap these up?
Yes, he did that. I mean, why bother with someone who refuses to listen, right? Eventually, the woman is escorted out by Les and the bodyguard. But she doesn't give up that easily. She actually tries to break into the shop not once, not twice, but 3 times. I can't help but feel secondhand embarrassment for her. It's like witnessing pure insanity.
Oh, no. I can't tell.
He's out.
In conclusion, this woman's behavior was out of line. Instead of accepting the truth and moving on, she chose to be rude, abusive, and persistent. It's a good thing Les and the bodyguard stood their ground and didn't let her disrupt the shop. Let's hope she learns a lesson from this and thinks twice before causing such a scene in the future.
My dad truly believed that this glass could be something.
Space for years.
And you never know what surprises will walk through that door. Today we've got Seth bringing in something that's blowing everyone's mind, and boy is he in for a shock. Our friend Penny rolls in with a rare 83 T-top Cutlass, lowrider frames, and a fully customized beauty. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This is the stuff dreams are made of. These babies are like finding a needle in a haystack these days, and you can see Seth's eyes light up with excitement. Easy there, Seth, don't get too carried away.
We see all types of old cars come through the store.
Does it do the 4-wheel hop?
It could if you wanted it to.
This amazing car is decked out with 4 switches and can hop up to 72 inches in the front. And guess what? If you're up for it, it can even do a 4-wheel hop. Talk about a versatile ride.
If you wanted to, it's equipped to. But it's very rare we see a tricked out car that actually jumps off the ground.
This car is the real deal, folks. It's got all the bells and whistles you could imagine. How often do you come across a fully equipped ride like this? Seth can't help but admit that it's incredibly rare to see a car that's not only fully customized, but can also jump off the ground. He can't resist showing off, telling us about the car's 4 hydraulic pumps and a whopping 14 deep cycle batteries. More batteries mean more power, right? Seth and his buddy can't resist the temptation to hop in and experience it firsthand. And let me tell you, they are having a blast. Now, Seth really wants this car, but he wants it at the right price. Penny, on the other hand, is hoping to fetch $12,000 for it. Will Seth bite the bullet and make the deal? Well, here's the twist.
How about $4,000?
Seth is only willing to dish out $4,000 for it. Whoa, talk about a huge drop. You can see the disappointment on Penny's face. He explains that he spent $4,000 just on the paint job alone. After some negotiation, Penny agrees to settle for $10,000. But Seth tries to push it further, offering $7,000. You know he wants it.
It's very rare we see a tricked out car that actually jumps off the...
Penny, being the wise guy he is, doesn't take the deal. In the end, they part ways on good terms. Well, folks, let's hope Penny finds another buyer who's willing to meet his price for this fully customized car. It's always a thrill to see unique items like this in the pawn shop. And who knows what will come through those doors next. Stay tuned for more pawn shop adventures. But here comes another gem-filled day at Les's pawn shop. We have a woman who's brought in some stones she discovered at her late grandmother's house. Her goal? To gather enough cash to cover her dear grandma's funeral expenses. Poor thing, she's not quite sure about the value of these stones and is expecting to receive a modest sum for them.
Younger.
How much did you want for these?
Anything would help, like $50 or $100.
Enter Ashley, who wants to assist but has serious doubts about the authenticity of these gems. Who knows what other surprises await us in the future? Stay tuned, folks, because the adventure at Les's pawn shop is far from over. Hold on to your seats because this next guy is about to unleash some of the rarest goodies on the market.
5, 6.
Brace yourselves, space geeks, because this is gonna blow your mind. So this guy rolls up with a bunch of crates, and let me tell you, the anticipation is real.
We got a couple things. I have some Star Trek things, and I also have things from NASA.
He's got some seriously cool stuff from the Star Trek universe, and even NASA. I mean, come on, that's pretty awesome. It's clear that this dude is a space enthusiast through and through, and his collection is off the charts. Honestly, it's a total flex. Like, seriously, you gotta take a look at this thing.
This is all the kind of stuff that you're into.
Now, here's the kicker. Ashley confesses that she and her brother aren't exactly die-hard Star Trek fans. But guess what? Every time they get anything Star Trek related in their shop, it flies off the shelves.
I'm not a Trekkie girl, my brother's not a Trekkie guy, but when we get Star Trek stuff in here, it flies off.
Talk about a lucky break, huh? This guy managed to gather all these valuable items from various Star Trek conventions across the country, thanks to his gig as a truck driver. Talk about dedication to the cause. But wait, it gets even better. He pulls out this kit from Paramount Studios, which is a seriously impressive piece in his collection.
To give to radio station to run ads for the show.
It's an authentic set that was sent to a TV executive when Deep Space Nine first hit the screens. Now that's some next level stuff right there. You can't help but appreciate the sheer coolness of it all. Here's the catch though. All this awesomeness comes at a price, and Seth, our shop owner, is taken aback by the asking price.
This was $1,000?
Yes.
Wow. $1,000?
Yes.
Why? Why is that so
Because
much?
it's custom built and it all lights up and works.
The guy wants a whopping $1,200 for everything, unless ever the savvy negotiator tries to bring it down to $700. It seems like a stalemate, but fear not, because Ashley steps in with her clever thinking. After some intense back and forth, Ashley manages to strike a deal.
7,800.
She works her magic and secures all these incredible items for just $800. Can you believe it? Talk about a happy ending. Everyone walks away satisfied. The customer gets a fair price, and our shop owners have some killer new additions to their inventory. Who knew that a truck driver with a passion for Star Trek could bring so much excitement to our little shop? It just goes to show you never know what surprises are waiting around the corner. I kid you not. This next guy just pulled up with a true gem.
Checker taxi cab. I don't know about the original miles. Meter still.
Can you even fathom it? It's none other than a 1982 checkered cab. Whoa, now that's what I call antique. Take a gander at this beauty. It's in remarkable condition. It's evident that the owner showered this car with lots of love and care. Kudos to him.
Did you call for a cab? Did you call for a cab?
Now, hold on to your hats because there's more to this story. Our daring duo, Les and Seth, decided to peek under the hood. Lo and behold, their jaws dropped.
Look at that thing purr. Don't you lose money because you get there quicker? And it all goes...
The engine looks splendid, almost brand new. How cool is that? But wait, there's a fascinating tidbit about this cab. Back in the day, they used to write the rates right on the taxi door itself. Talk about genius! This way, the rates were fixed, making it easier to attract customers. It's a shame we don't see this kind of thoughtful detail nowadays.
The door. Did you see the rates on the door?
Yeah, I did. The shut-up one is one I like.
And guess what? This car enthusiast doesn't just have one of these incredible cabs, but a whopping total of 4. 4, my friends! And out of all his prized possessions, he decided to part ways with one and sell it to this very pawn shop.
As long as the price is right and it's in good condition, we can make a profit.
Boy, oh boy, Les and Seth should count their lucky stars. Now brace yourselves for the asking price. This customer is seeking a jaw-dropping $10,000. Can you believe it? Les, being the inquisitive one, questions the reason behind such a hefty sum for what seems to be a mere antique car. Sensibly, Seth suggests that the customer take the car for a spin, just to ensure everything is running smoothly. Perhaps then they'll be able to negotiate a fair price. Good thinking, Seth. Les, ever the insightful one, recognizes that this is not just any ordinary car. It's a masterpiece, a truly unique item. Plus, considering its excellent condition, they can actually turn a profit from it. However, much to their disappointment, the customer refuses to budge below $8,500. Sadly, no deal can be made today. Nonetheless, Les wishes him luck, and we join him in hoping that the right buyer comes along for this exceptional ride. Fingers crossed, this next guy brought in something, and you won't believe what it is.
You want $950?
This guy walked in all eager to sell something big, and boy did he deliver. When he unveiled the item, everyone's jaws hit the floor.
Well, I hear you guys buy silver.
We do.
That's a Silver Surfer.
I'm talking about a life-size Silver Surfer from the Fantastic Four. Can you believe it? This thing is massive and made entirely of silver. It's a sight to behold. Now, let me fill you in on the backstory. This customer explains that this Silver Surfer was actually a display piece for the movie Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. They made a total of 1,500 of these bad boys. Can you imagine? But here's the kicker. Is it actually silver?
This is literally just a regular mannequin and plywood.
The customer reveals that this is just a regular mannequin covered in a vacuum metal plastic wrap. He actually got it from a movie theater where he used to advertise. And get this, he owns his own comic book store.
I advertise that, and I own a comic book store. I said...
And that's how he managed to convince the set designer to let him take it home. And the next day, it was proudly displayed in his shop for the next 5 years. Talk about a cool collector's item. Now, hold on to your seats, because things are about to get interesting. This guy is asking for a whopping $2,000 for the Silver Surfer. And let me tell you, he seems pretty darn adamant about it. Like, take a look at this.
I want $2,000 for it.
Why?
Ashley, always the one to ask the tough questions, wonders why it's priced so high. The customer confidently explains that outline. It's actually valued at $3,000, and he wants a fair price for it. Oh, and here's a fun fact for you. The Silver Surfer was actually voted one of the top 50 most recognizable comic book heroes in America. Pretty cool, huh? Ashley, being the shrewd businesswoman she is, gives the customer a reality check. She offers him a lesser amount for it, stating that it's the best she can do. But the customer stands his ground and refuses to go below $1,000. That's quite a gap to bridge.
To buy this from you for $500.
But then in comes Seth, our resident genius manipulator. What he does next and how he convinces the customer will truly shock you. Yes, did you see that? He slyly takes out the money, slaps it on the desk right in front of the customer, and presents him with a take it or leave it offer of $900. The tension is palpable. What do you think this man will do?
Take it or leave it.
It's clear that he's holding out for a higher price. Hey, sometimes you gotta stick to your guns. Well, after giving it some serious thought, the customer ultimately did decide this.
It's a pleasure. We're gonna go surfing on home.
See you later.
And walked away from the deal. But wait, there's more. You think Les will let him walk away like this? Les has something up his sleeve, and he does this.
Where I want it.
If you're gonna walk for $50, you're gonna pack it back up, you're gonna take it back.
Well, after mulling it over, the customer finally caved in and agreed to Les's offer. That's the kind of influence Les has, folks. Somehow, people just can't resist his charm. Now, with everyone on the same page, they can all happily move forward. It's smooth sailing from here on out.
Get the out of here. Yeah, I know you want.
Gonna get your hands off.
Really?
Turns out he's not doing well at all. Here's the reason why.
I'm not doing so good.
No?
My grandma just passed.
I'm
So I was
sorry.
like,
It's really sad to hear about it. Now, he brings along a ring that belonged to his grandmother. Money. How sweet, right? However, it turns out that the ring is fake, which surprises the customer. He starts getting rude with Ashley, which escalates into a heated argument. He insists on being helped by another employee because he's annoyed with Ashley. And guess what happens next?
Put your finger in my face. Don't put your finger in.
Yep, that's how he ended up there. Crazy, isn't it? Dang, the customer was literally scared for his life. Next up, it was just another normal day at this famous pawn shop called American Jewelry and Loan, located right in the heart of Detroit, USA. He comes in with his Xbox and immediately tells Les that he needs to get as much money as he possibly can for it. He knew that they probably get a lot of Xboxes anyway, so that does not set him apart from the rest of the regular customers. He reveals that he needs as much cash as possible, and it is all for his girlfriend. Now, Les wasn't sure if this guy was pulling his leg or being dead serious. And Les was clearly not here for his unreasonable demands. Take a look at his reaction.
I need $300. I can go $80.
Oh my God. I need 300.
Immediately, this customer gets enraged and begins demanding $300 for his Xbox, as if he was in a position to mark the prices. Here is what went down at the pawn shop, which was $80, which is way far from a whopper of $300. He even put his finger on Leslie's face, and that is when he knew it was time for this guy to leave. And he did not make it easy or go away quietly. Take a look at what went down. Well, at least they wished him a good day. Moving on to the next.
You talking to?
Alright folks, let me set the scene for you. We got Sharonda and her son Deontay strolling into the pawn shop. You see, it's Sharonda's birthday, and she's all about treating herself to some classic, fabulous jewelry. She's pumped, she's excited, she's ready to sparkle. But hold up, here comes Deontay acting like he couldn't care less. This kid's got an attitude and thinks he knows it all. He's annoying both his mom and Seth, the helpful employee trying to assist Sharonda in finding that perfect piece. And get this, he paid $500 for it. Alright guys, brace yourselves for the next chapter in Sharonda's jewelry adventure, only to discover that they're as fake as a $3 bill. And let me tell you, he is not a happy camper. Poor Seth, the pawn shop employee, gets hit with some seriously rude behavior. At the store, he definitely had this coming his way. And finally, down to the #1 worst customer. This customer was being disrespectful and disgusting at the store, and someone finally put him in place. Whew!
You understand that?
I got you.
Don't with my kid.
I'm sorry, man.
You don't with my kid.
He walks in and notices a table and immediately just announces to no one in particular that somebody needed to come to help him out with it. That's really not a nice way to ask. Jeez. Take a look at how he was behaving.
Let me lay on this mother. You see, this is a sex table. This is for what?
He was being very crude, and Ashley notices his presence there very quickly, especially considering how loud he was being. He again keeps shouting for someone to come help him, and then, you won't believe this, but he asks for Ashley in person and says she is his girl. Take a look at what he was saying, or rather shouting.
Ashley, man. That's my girl. Yeah, I want Ashley, man.
Oh boy, get a load of this, guys. Ashley was absolutely disgusted by what was going down. Turns out this dude we're talking about is a regular at the store, and he's always spewing disrespectful comments left and right. But here's the twist. Most of those nasty remarks are aimed right at Ashley herself. Can you believe it? But wait, there's more. This time, he's taking his craziness to a whole new level, and Ashley's never seen him act this bonkers before. He asks her what the table cost, and when she tries to reply, he says something completely horrible that caught everyone's attention.
What you want for this table, girl? Get your ass over here and shut up.
The moment she spots this guy on the table, she's like, yo, get off, dude. But he's not having it. He keeps telling her to shut up or get lost. That's when the bouncers step in, swooping in like superheroes to have her back in a flash. But here's the kicker, my friends. Even after all that, he still won't quit with the rudeness. He's talking down to her like he owns her or something. And let me tell you, she's beyond upset. She's furious at the way she's being treated just because she's a woman. Take a look at what he's doing in the store.
No.
No, you
Josh.
be quiet. Look, come this way, baby.
Who do you
Come
think
here,
you
Seth.
are to talk to me like
Bro,
that?
if you let me, I'll be slapping.
Yo, hold up, people. Leslie catches wind of all the chaos and rushes in to see what the heck is going down. And let me tell you, he's in for a... Welcome back to our channel, guys. A $3 bill.
Hi, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm looking for a watch, maybe about $100. I got $100 to spend.
Well, 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 look at this drama unfolding in our favorite pawn shop. A woman struts in like she owns the place. The owner, trying to impress her, showcases some bling, and she's all ears. It's like a weird dance of possessions.
That's really pretty.
It's really
Looks
pretty.
good on you.
That was 100.
100? I'll take it.
Okay.
Things are heating up. The woman, feeling all high and mighty, wants the pricey watch. Negotiations are on, and after some back and forth, she says yes. Cash time, right? Wrong.
Now we add tax on that. It's gonna be 106.
All right. Here.
Hold up, the plot twist is here. She pulls out a gift card worth $100 and thinks she's the queen of the Pawn Palace. The owner's face? Priceless. She's like, lady, are you serious?
These are not our gift cards.
What would you call it? It
These
says
are-
preferred customer.
No snap. The owner ain't buying it. He accuses the gift card of being faker than a $3 bill. Trauma alert. The woman's in denial, insisting it's legit. This is better than a soap opera.
Apply $100 on it. That is not our gift card.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a full-blown showdown. The owner versus the woman. It's like a bad reality show. She's trying to swipe that card. He's not having it. Cue the verbal fireworks.
Okay, I'm not about to lose,
Hold on
all
one
right?
second. Let me explain this
I'm
to her.
not about to lose. I want the watch. Turn around and swipe.
The tension is thick, and so is the irony. The woman's yelling, the owner's smirking. It's like a comedy sketch gone wrong. This fight is going in circles, and I'm here for it.
You the ugliest two sisters I've ever seen in my life.
Finally, someone with common sense. The owner kicks her out like he's escorting a misbehaving guest from a party. She's asking for directions like she's lost. Well, she kind of is, lost in her own questionable choices.
I'm gonna get my money.
Hey, Byron, show her where the money's at.
My money.
He's gonna show you where the money's at.
As she's thrown out, she's hollering about fraud and wanting her money back. Lady, you tried to pull a fast one, and now you're left with nothing but echoes of your failed scam. Better luck next time, or not.
Go ahead.
Man, they took my money, man. Somebody want $100.
Penguin generator guest. Well, folks, here we're witnessing a guy waltzed in reassembling a penguin on a skateboard. Gun desk. Today at the pawn shop, a lady brought in a mysterious desk that moonlights as a gun desk. A desk with a concealed firearm. She's clueless about its value, but is selling it like a quirky antiquity. If danger strikes, just push the button and file your stress away.
Where in the world did you get this?
I got it in an estate sale. I was just looking for a nice little desk to put a guest book on.
Apparently, the lady got this gun desk from an estate sale, thinking it was just a cute desk for a guest book. The seller's reaction? He's seen hidden guns in everything. Swords, canes, cameras, but a gun-disguised desk? It's like 007's DIY project gone wrong.
You're really not going to stop anybody if you shoot them in the thigh with a small 22 like that.
Well, it's not even a regular 22. It's a 22 short or something, it looks like.
The pawn shop seller, baffled by the antique gun desk, insists on a buddy inspection to verify its age. The buyer, eager for the coolest desk ever, is like, where's the gun though? Antique furniture shopping meets gun control comedy.
This thing is a gun. You press there, there's the trigger. That falls down, hits the hammer. The bullet flies out this way.
The second seller is utterly perplexed by the gun desk, questioning its practicality. He's pondering who would buy a tiny desk with a hidden firearm. Meanwhile, the buyer's probably thinking, well, it's the perfect desk for a high-stakes game of hide and seek.
The other thing is, I don't know how old this thing is.
The seller delves into firearm logistics, explaining the pre-1898 loophole in the concealed weapon twist. Meanwhile, the buyer's probably regretting not majoring in antique desk forensics.
Okay, it's one to have a gun, but now you have a concealed weapon because it's a hidden gun. Have you had it apart?
Yes.
The seller navigates the murky waters of antique gun regulations. The buyer, eager for a legal loophole, contemplates turning the gun desk into a non-threatening relic. Antique fire drama at its finest.
Thanks for bringing it in.
Oh, you're welcome.
I really wish I could have bought this because the odds of another gun desk coming in here are slim to none.
Super Bowl ring. Walked into the pawn shop like a Super Bowl champ flaunting a ring fit for the football gods. The seller's dreaming of a touchdown deal at $22,000. But he's ready to settle for $19,500 because even champions negotiate in the end zone.
I'm looking to get anywhere from like $22,000 to $21,000 for the ring, but if $19,500 was to hit it, I'd take it.
The seller got the ring from a forgetful wide receiver deal. It's from Super Bowl 39, and despite the shop owner's dislike for the Patriots, he acknowledges their success. An issue with the ring's mark is noted.
If this Super Bowl ring is the real McCoy, it's worth tens of thousands of dollars. But a hand-engraved manufacturer's mark just doesn't seem right to me.
The pawn shop worker, with a quirky habit of hoarding Super Bowl rings, scrutinizes the suspect engraving on the Patriots ring. The seller's mid-20s price tag meets skepticism as the shop owner delays, realizing this ring's authenticity quest might need more detective work than expected.
I'm gonna have to get somebody in here because it just doesn't look right. I want to do a little bit more research, so we'll get this thing figured out.
The seller's nervous about the big bucks, defending the ring's authenticity with player credibility. The pawn shop worker, still skeptical, calls in an expert, and in walks Jeremy, the ring detective, ready for some bling investigation.
Now, rings that are given to players are far more valuable than if they're given to a front office staff member or something.
The expert, dropping knowledge on the 04 Patriots ring, relishes Eagles' losses. He educates on the ring's bling, emphasizing player rings' value, and highlights the counterfeit struggle. The pawn shop now has a sports memorabilia professor.
Usually you would see that not only in a different location, but it looks to be actually hand engraved rather than actually out of the machine.
The expert dissects the Jostens mystery, noting hand engraving and unique features. Despite the unconventional markings, he vouches for the ring's legitimacy. The 04 Patriots bling gets a 100% authenticity seal, and the pawn shop rejoices in a victory for sports memorabilia truth.
They actually had to have somebody laser engrave each and every ring. So this ring is 100% legit, and it's pretty awesome.
Sweet.
The appraisal moment arrives, and the expert places the 04 Patriots ring in the high demand category, estimating it between $30,000 to $35,000.
Super Bowl rings from players such as this sell from about $30,000 to $35,000.
Nice, nice.
The seller, aware of economic woes, starts at $22,000, but the pawn shop owner, considering the long wait, bargains at $18,000. Negotiations roll with a counteroffer of $21,000, reminding the seller you don't have anything like this in your showcase. The ring dance continues.
I go 21. You don't have anything like this in your showcases. I know you have a Patriots ring, but you don't have that Patriots ring.
After intense haggling, the 04 Patriots ring lands in the pawn shop owner's possession for $20,000 cash. Family banter erupts over the new addition, turning it into a $20,000 paperweight threat. The ring battlefield unfolds.
I'll give you 20 grand.
Pass.
20 grand. Cash. $100 bills. Just because I need a Super Bowl ring for every one of my fingers. Deal.
Deal.
All right.
German spy camera. At the start, the speaker enters a pawn shop and introduces the item, a 1950s German spy camera reminiscent of something out of Inspector Gadget. The brief mention of Inspector Gadget adds a touch of intrigue and playfulness to the scene.
So how's it work? You adjust these little dials here depending on what you're trying to take your photo of.
The focus shifts to the camera itself, identified as a MINS 3. The speaker highlights its compact size, likening to a cigarette lighter.
If you give a 10-year-old a camera and say it's not just a camera, it's a spy camera, it probably got you out of your parents' hair for a couple hours a day.
Oh, yeah.
The customer expresses the purpose of their visit to sell the 1950s MINS 3 spy camera. The stated price expectation is around $150, indicating the perceived value of the vintage device.
With all this on there, it makes it completely illegal for me to have anything to do with it.
Chopper loan negotiation.
So how can I help you?
Seth, I got this.
I can help him.
I got it. How do you think you know more about silver than I do?
I know how to price it. I know exactly how to.
In a high-stakes confrontation at a jewelry counter, emotions flare as two individuals argue over expertise. Tensions rise with each claim about pricing silver, creating a chaotic scene.
$30,001.
No, it's not the $1.
30 grand.
I'd like to say yes.
Listen, 40 or 20. Let's flip a coin.
The scene shifts to a pawn shop where negotiations over a custom-made chopper motorcycle take center stage. The owner seeks a loan, facing financial struggles and desperate circumstances.
What are you doing?
What you got?
See if I can get a loan on my chopper. It's a 113 motor. The motor alone was $7,000.
The stakes rise as a coin flip determines the fate of a $20,000 loan for the chopper. The tension escalates, showcasing the unpredictability of financial decisions and the impact on the customer's life.
I've seen a lot of motorcycles come in here, but I've never seen one like this.
Okay. I need about $10,000.
The focus shifts to the custom chopper's specifications and sentimental value, highlighting the emotional connection due to the brothers' craftsmanship. The negotiation becomes a delicate balance of compassion and financial reality.
On a loan, about $5,000.
Paying off both, or I mean,
5,000. I'll go 5,500.
all right.
Deal. All right, we'll get
change
you
luck.
5,500.
The episode concludes with a deal struck at $5,500 for the motorcycle. Despite falling short of the initial request, there's a glimmer of hope for the customer, bringing a mix of relief and uncertainty. Misguided price pursuit.
Look at that.
Is it real? Oh, you gotta pull this. Pull that. Try pulling that.
I don't know how much that is.
You got nothing.
Two black women enter a pawn shop and discover a game machine. Excitement turns to disappointment as they realize it's for entertainment only, not for winning real prizes.
This is a toy.
That's a toy.
It's a toy.
This is here for the girl.
I'm the man.
Nice.
You're not gonna get it.
The atmosphere intensifies as the women express their displeasure, demanding a prize from the machine. The situation escalates and the guard steps in to address the misunderstanding.
Let's go out. Let's go. Well, just keep walking, man. Keep walking.
Don't tell me what's going on. Come on.
Y'all out of order.
The conflict peaks as the women continue to argue for a manager's intervention. The guard ultimately expels them from the pawn shop, concluding the incident. Bubble hockey.
Bubble hockey.
Detroit Classic.
I'm thinking $2,500.
How much did you pay for it 10 years ago?
$3,500.
A pawn shop encounter unfolds as a customer eyes a bubble hockey game. The game begins and the customer dominates the bubble hockey match, securing a convincing victory. The pawnbroker acknowledges the expertise and adjusts the evaluation accordingly.
Let's go.
I know I'm gonna win this bet.
These aren't those $1,200 ones?
The conclusion sees the pawnbroker acknowledging the high value of the game, recognizing it as a genuine classic worth $2,500. The customer prepares to complete the transaction. Wrestling trunk triumph.
We have a champion item for you today.
I think I got your new bathing suit over here.
I don't think that's my size or my style.
The episode presents champion-level memorabilia, wrestling trunks worn by Titus O'Neil during Money in the Bank. Banter between the pawn shop staff sets a lighthearted tone.
Well, these are wrestling trunks.
Okay. Are they worth anything?
So where did you guys get these?
From a buddy of mine shortly after the show.
Negotiations unfold as the seller details the trunk's origin, worn by Titus O'Neil and his college football background. Price discussions ensue, involving humor and strategic bargaining.
Oh, how much are you looking to get?
1,800.
Are they worth that?
What do you think about 800?
What about 14?
Money at $1,000. Go for it.
You have a deal.
All right.
Okay.
The negotiation reaches a climax as Chumley proposes $800, leading to a amusing wrestling-themed banner. The final agreement settles at $1,000, and the seller agrees to the deal.
And you sure this is like real and everything?
Yeah.
But you're sure they're real?
110%.
Concerns about authentication arise, with reassurance that the trunks are genuine. Rick, the pawn shop owner, decides to break even on the purchase and seeks dinner in return.
I'm gonna go look at stuff I understand.
I thought you might want to put this back in your collection.
Absolutely. It's my first WWE Championship match, and I won the Tag Team Championship.
Titus O'Neil makes a surprise entrance at the restaurant, sharing the backstory of the trunks and their historical significance. The emotional reunion adds a personal touch to the transaction.
We bought them for $1,000, so if you just let me break even and give me dinner, I'm good.
Got me a little black bag and everything. Look at that.
The episode concludes with Titus O'Neil expressing gratitude, and the pawn shop staff excitedly anticipates dinner. The atmosphere remains lighthearted, emphasizing the unique experiences of the pawn shop. Gunfire and negotiation.
It was handed through the generations to me.
What are you trying to get out of it?
I'm looking for $50K.
50,000.
50,000.
Corey introduces Alex to Craig, who has a fascinating antique wheel-lock gun. The guys are amazed by its rarity and history, and Alex is about to share some cool facts.
Man, this is stunning. Dating from about 1600s.
I've never seen anything like it before, but he's asking $50,000.
Alex dives into the history of the wheel-lock, revealing it's a German-made firearm from the 1600s. Craig is nervously considering a $50,000 price tag. Alex suggests a test at the range.
Yeah, this is special. I love this wheel lock.
And you still want 50 grand for it? Absolutely.
After research, Alex discovers that the gun belonged to a Prince Archbishop's personal guard. The guys head to the range for a nerve-wracking but successful test, and Craig's asking price is discussed.
Nice! What do you think it's worth now?
I think it's $40,000.
In a quirky twist, Corey notices devil emoji targets for a gun designed to protect a Prince Archbishop. The gun fires impressively, and Alex estimates its value at $40,000.
Not as easily as I could do 30.
I would go 32.5.
We'll lose it over that. We'll do 32.5.
The negotiation begins with Corey expressing admiration for the unique gun. After some back and forth, they settle on $32,500, striking a deal for the exceptional wheel-lock gun. Churchill letter. A historical dealer brings a Winston Churchill letter to the pawn shop. The seller's writing? Not so great. But hey, it's Churchill, and the drama begins.
I have a Winston S. Churchill typed letter signed. Okay.
A quirky twist. Churchill wrote to a food writer about a paperweight from Benjamin Disraeli. The pawn shop team dives into the historical circus, paperweights and all. Enter Steve, the expert, unraveling the mystery of Churchill's signature. The magnification saga begins, complete with ink flow discussions and hilarious attempts to decipher the genius's handwriting. A surprise appearance by a 1968 Jack Kevorkian Volkswagen van shakes things up. The chopper deal is done, but now Churchill's letter gets a comedic price tag dance. Negotiations, magnifications, and laughs galore.
The thing I do like about this is it's got the writing on it, and I would put the value at the high end of that scope, so probably about $1,500.
The final act, the pawn shop owner, a smooth talker, bargains down to $1,200. The deals are sealed and everyone heads off with laughs, paperweights, and probably a newfound appreciation for historical handwriting challenges.
I think $1,200 sounds good.
All right, it's a deal.
Thank you, Mr. Harrison.
Meet you right over there. We'll do some paperwork.
Goofball. Our tale kicks off with a grinning goofball strutting into a watch shop, exuding joy like he just hit the jackpot. His guest snagged the ultimate timepiece. The shop's proprietor, eyes sparkling with mischief, unveils a watch that could outshine Big Ben. Our hero, wide-eyed like a kid in a candy store, marvels, "Wow," treating it like a time-traveling marvel. But oh snap, it's tagged at a hefty $75. Cold, hard cash, not Monopoly money. Undeterred, our bold hero eyeballs another watch, a jaw-dropping $599. His face? Priceless shock. Unfazed, he blurts, "Yes, I want it!" Then comes the knee slapper. He pulls out a crumbled $2 bill. The shopkeeper holds back laughter, educates him. "That's $2,000, sir."
It's a $2 bill.
Okay, and it's worth $2,000.
You can practically see the gears in the guy's noggin spinning, desperately seeking a way out. "Anyone up for a cash exchange?" he suggests, madness twinkling in his eyes. The shopkeeper, smelling trouble, hesitates, perhaps a financial genius or a victim of too many cartoons. In a wild finale, our hero with a mischievous grin hurls absurd insults like, "You're chunky with a giraffe-like neck." The bewildered shopkeeper calls in the guard. Enter the guard, booting out the funny guy, leaving the shop in stitches.
Have a good day.
Big Mouth is hungry.
Unexpected drama. Strap in for a wild pawn shop ride. A lady steals the spotlight, but surprise, Mr. Sneaky tiptoes in for a bear hug, sparking unexpected drama. Gasps echo as the leading lady jumps, but it's just a playful fella.
Great day in American jewelry.
Laughter erupts. Who knew a pawn shop could be a comedy club? In this 6-second snippet, the pawn shop transforms into a stage for unexpected antics, surprising and delighting in this unlikely comedy setting.
Great day in American jewelry. What can I say?
In the chaotic shop hustle, a dude flaunts a watch that could fund a small country. The shopkeeper, hungry for a bargain, attempts a haggling dance. But Mr. Watch Wizard wants stacks on stacks.
I came over to sell a beautiful watch. Okay? Tell me a little about it.
Cue the dramatic moment as the shopkeeper grabs him, yelling, "Hold up, time traveler!" Suspense builds as they investigate. Is it legit or a fancy imposter? Get ready for the ticking truth.
So can you come back in about an hour?
No problem.
Perfect. I'll see you in about an hour.
Thank you.
Picture our man playing Sherlock, sneakily starting the girl checking the watch. Instead of screams, laughter erupts. A mischievous symphony until the fun police arrive. An authoritative figure sternly commands, "Stop right there!" Giggles turn into awkward coughs. Lesson learned. Messing with the timepiece police is no joke. They keep the watch world in check.
Somebody had it open. You can see how screwed up they made those screws. Someone did have it open? You can see.
Business clash. A dramatic drama unfolds as Mark, introducing himself, seeks business from the owner. Tension builds with background music, setting the stage for unexpected confrontations.
Clearwater, Florida, but I have family up here in Northville, and we're starting a towing company, recovery, impounding.
Mark pitches his towing business, convinced it's a better venture. The owner, unimpressed, rejects the offer, leading to a clash of perspectives and business philosophies.
Well, things happen.
We don't have that problem because we have fences around the building.
The owner dismisses Mark's proposal, asserting control over his domain.
Well, I'm going to give you some paperwork to sign.
I wouldn't sign anything because I don't need your services.
The comedy irony emerges as Mark persists, unaware of the futility of his attempts to sway the determined owner. The owner bluntly shuts down Mark's pitch, labeling it a shakedown.
Listen.
No, you listen. You are not coming into my business and trying to shake me down.
The dialogue becomes increasingly heated, with the owner refusing to entertain the supposed business opportunity.
What would you call it?
I call it a business opportunity.
I'm not interested.
Mark's exit is met with firm warnings from the owner. The situation ends humorously with a comment on Mark's nice car, injecting a light note after intense confrontations.
I'll be back.
If I were you, I wouldn't come back.
Whatever.
The gym brawl. So watch this hulking bodybuilder guy, all muscles and bravado, strutting into a pawn shop with this wrecked workout thing that looked like it went through a blender. He was like a peacock on protein, thinking he set up a magic muscle worm. The shopkeeper, a guy with a face as serious as a freshly waxed dumbbell, raised an eyebrow at the smashed up widget on the counter.
Hey man, I need to talk to somebody about this. This piece of junk I bought in here just a couple days ago don't work now, it's broken.
Check out this masterpiece, our bodybuilder buddy declared, pointing dramatically at his broken workout thing. It's so messed up. I swear it's doing reverse squats by itself. The shopkeeper, squinting at the wreckage, deadpan. Reverse squats, huh? Must be the newest gym craze.
This thing obviously couldn't handle what I was doing on it, so 2 days later it don't even work, so.
But our muscle hero was not giving up. Leaning over the counter, he claimed, "I want my money back."
How about you just get my money, and then we won't have any more problems with this, but I need my money back.
This thing's more of a comedy show than a workout. The shopkeeper, trying not to crack a smile, said, "Well, it's a one-of-a-kind piece, guaranteed to break the ice at any gym."
Or what?
Or what? There's gonna be a problem. How about
what
that?
Kind of problem is there going to be?
Oh no, that's like a WWE scene. Our bodybuilder flexed his words and shoved the shopkeeper. "Give me my money or I'll turn you into a cardio machine for a month." And just like that, the pawn shop turned into a wrestling ring.
Don't touch.
Come on, come on, man, let's go.
The shopkeeper, unexpectedly nimble, fought back and chaos replaced. It was like two sumo wrestlers battling for the last protein bar. Trying to play hero, two guards materialized out of thin air. They grabbed our bodybuilder and his busted gear, dragging them out.
We got you. Bring a few more. All we needed was two. All y'all out.
Our muscle dude flailed around, still demanding his refund like a sad, deflated balloon. The pawn shop went back to normal.
That's it, my man. Bring a few more.
Here's your machine, buddy.
The art of negotiation. So let's see this guy walking into a pawn shop, allowing him to be the next big art dealer with a painting put away under his arm. He's giving off major, "I'm gonna hit the jackpot" vibes. The shopkeeper, with a sneaky grace of a cat burglar, checks out the painting like it's the Mona Lisa 2.0. Our confident guy also spins this wild tale about how the painting formerly belonged to Napoleon's pet goldfish, or some other crazy story.
So what you got?
I've got a painting from Peter Max.
An original painting?
Well, I got into a silent auction.
The shopkeeper, poker-faced like a pro, goes, intriguing. You can virtually see dollar signs in his eyes as he dreams of making a fortune. Now comes the big moment. Confident guy bravely says, I want $3,000 for this masterpiece.
Let's see if she can close a deal.
Yeah, what is the bottom line?
3,000.
No way.
The shopkeeper, still all mysterious and cool, smirks and says, I can do 1,500, or you can hit the road.
1,500 and we got a deal.
It's like a Western showdown, but with money instead of guns. It's a take it or leave it situation. The confident guy, looking a bit less sure of himself, decides to pull a classic move, pretending to discuss it with his imaginary art expert friend. Maybe it's an unnoticeable chum with an art degree. While our hero is deep in discussion with his invisible art critic, the shopkeeper, beaming like a Cheshire cat, decides to up the figure.
I know there's a market for it.
So $1,500 I think is pretty good. They need to take the money and run.
He counts out $1,500, slams it on the counter as if to say, take the cash and run, chum, or say farewell to the deal of a lifetime.
1,500.
All right.
In the end, the confident guy, now looking further confused than confident, grabs the cash and virtually sprints out of the shop. And that is how a pawn shop turned into a comedy stage, starring Mr. Confident, the mysterious shopkeeper, and an oil with a Napoleon-connected goldfish. Art, my friends, might be priceless, or at least worth $1,500.
Peter Max.
Seat showdown comedy. In a strange pawn shop turned into an airplane seat sale, things got wild when a gutsy and unusual woman decided to turn the whole event into a comedy show. Picture her like a sneaky cat strolling over to a chair and ignoring the "Don't sit" sign as if it were garbage. It was as if your rebellious grandma suddenly took center stage, tossing caution and posters to the wind. Then in comes the lady running the shop, armed with politeness and a simple request for the lady to give up the seat. Little did she know she was about to get into a funny showdown with our cool and calm customer. The woman, looking super confident and mischievous, said, just let me be, treating the chair like her personal throne.
Okay, these are for sale. We don't have like a trial and error.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to buy them. I'm just trying to try them out.
As if that was not funny enough, the secret guards jumped into the blend. The shopkeeper, determined to bring order back, tried nicely to get the bold woman out of her comfy spot. But our fearless main character was not having it, bravely declaring, you cannot make me move.
And what you can do is leave me the alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then comes the guard trying to lift her off the seat. Suddenly, there's a big scene. The woman, now a pro at making a show, indicted the guard of bothering her and indeed threw in the surprise of claiming it was sexual harassment. The pawn shop turned into a stage for a solo performance, with our main character making up the script on the spot.
No, thank you.
You
No, you can get your hand off. Get your hands off of me. Get your hands off.
But the comedy did not stop there. Wanting to leave with a bang, our leading lady dramatically fell to the bottom, blaming the confused guard for pushing her. The shop, once a place for buying and selling, turned into a theater for a funny play where reality and silliness conflicted in the most hilarious way.
Girl,
You pushed me.
What? I didn't touch. Did I touch you?
And just like that, the woman in the pawn shop left everyone. Guards, shopkeeper, and onlookers scratching their heads, wondering if they had just witnessed the craziest pawn shop show ever.
I'm not going anywhere.
Do whatever you want.
And we can have a staring contest.
Joe Sofa Saga. In a pawn shop full of weird and wonderful things, a guy named Joe was on a mission for the perfect SETI. The man was on a tight budget, but his bullishness was as high as his hopes of chancing a hidden treasure among the fine furniture.
Well, here's the deal. I just moved from New Jersey. My wife and I. We just bought a house, and she sent me here. She said, see what you can pick up.
Perfect. Let's find some.
He spotted a couch that looked like it had been through a lot. The man with a hopeful look asked the shopkeeper if they could clean it before he bought it. Little did the man know, this couch had a history. Spills, stains, and all sorts of weird stuff. The shopkeeper, trying not to burst into laughter, convinced the man it was a great deal without mentioning the hidden surprises.
So inexpensive, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, man, that's nasty.
Not giving up, the man confidently sat on the couch, comparing the dirt on it to his shoes.
Tell you what, my shoes are cleaner than this couch.
Then don't buy it.
With a serious face, he said, "I'm pretty sure my shoes are cleaner than this thing." He even tried to make a deal, $200 for the not-so-great couch.
$397.77. Really? Well, I only got $200.
It was a deal only Joe could find reasonable in the world of craziness. The real laughter started when this man, without thinking much, joked that if the couch were the shopkeeper's daughter, she must be a nasty one. The line between funny and awkward was getting blurry.
We had a reupholster and I gave it to Ashley.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that your daughter?
That's my daughter.
She must be nasty, too.
Out of the blue, a guard, called in by the offended shopkeeper, rushed in like a superhero. Joe was lifted off the couch and thrown out of the store, leaving everyone laughing.
Yeah. Walk out. Walk out, my man.
The pawn shop adventure had ended, but the story of Joe and the not-so-clean couch was sure to be a tale told with giggles and grins for years to come.
Yes, sir.
Go someplace else.
That's the dirty D right there, baby.
Comic pawn shop confrontation. Okay, a man is coming towards the shop. Wait, what? Is he coming to have something from the pawn shop? The man asking about her daughter means how creepy it is.
Hello. I need to pick up some stuff for my daughter.
Is it in pawn?
Yes, ma'am.
Laughter begins. Everyone around is intrigued to know what had happened to this man. Oh, another man entered into the argument. Let's see what would happen. Man accusing the shop owners of stealing. How crazy this man is, constantly accusing them of being thieves.
No, I want the stuff.
Yeah, but without the ticket, we can't give it to you.
The man is constantly infuriating them and sees he has come out the carbon. Who knows what will be the end of this nonsense fight? Oh, they're about to have the piercing argument.
I'm here. I want the stuff now. And what's he gonna do?
The man called the guard to throw him out, but see, the man is not in control. He is constantly arguing and challenging them without knowing the fact of the danger he's really in. Oh God, he's challenging the massive guard. The guard stopped him and said, "Don't touch me," but the man was not understanding.
Hey, I ain't scared of him. Is he serious?
Calling his death to come earlier. The guard, in his fur, sent the man out. The really funny moment for all because the stupid man in his arguments really put him into account.
Hey, you can't get. Hey, I want my stuff. I tell you what, big boy. Hey.
Battle for sanity. Well, folks, take a look at the pawn shop's front yard. It's like a bustling highway out there. The crowd has formed a lane longer than my grandma's stories. And guess what? The sanity levels are off the charts. It's like a contest for who can stay the sanest. Now, hold your horses because here comes the geniuses. These folks are more interested in the pawn shop than a cat in a laser light show.
Well, he's from California. Look at all these idiots.
They've gathered like it's the grand opening of the Pawn Shop Olympics. What's the big attraction, you ask? Maybe they're expecting a magic show, or perhaps the pawn shop secretly giving away free wisdom. Or, here's a wild thought, they're gearing up for a full-scale aggression mission against the poor souls inside. Watch out, world, we've got a pawn shop revolution on our hands. Stay tuned and remember, in the pawn shop chaos, sanity reigns supreme. Good luck, brave souls.
That's not.
Clueless heist hijinks. Well, howdy there, folks. We've got a Lone Ranger in the pawn shop, sipping on his secret drink like he's the king of mystery. Little does he know, he's the star of a hidden camera show. Talk about being clueless and camera shy. Hold your horses. Looks like our man might be plotting some grand heist, doing his best Sherlock impression. He's scouting the joint, probably trying to find the perfect spot for his not-so-genius plan. But wait, he's still in the game. What on earth is he searching for in the pawn shop? Maybe lost treasure for his car keys? The suspense is killing me. Oh dear, he's now at the other counter. This fella is like a headless chicken wandering around without a purpose. Somebody give him a map or a snack at least. Buckle up, folks. Our wannabe detective just upgraded to a full-blown thief. Watch him waltzing around planning the perfect crime, and bingo! He pulls off a smooth exit, leaving the scene like he just won a game of hide-and-seek. Hold your belly laughs, our genius thief is back on camera, sneakily hiding his loot in his trousers. Smooth moves, my friend, smooth moves. And there he goes, strolling out of the pawn shop like he's won the lottery. Thinks he's the mastermind of the century, leaving behind a trail of stolen goods and a whole lot of laughs. What a character. Antique computers.
Have a good day. You, man. Wonderful. Thank you so much. You too.
Two tech-savvy grandpas strut into a pawn shop, seeking a fortune for antique computers. Instead, they're hit with a vintage rejection.
Bastards, you can't give me a dime for... Oh, man.
When one grandpa clumsily breaks a computer, he pulls a move straight from the sitcom handbook. Accidental comedy at its finest.
Now you should have that. Put it in the...
Oops, one grandpa accidentally smashes a computer, blaming the seller. He theatrically tosses it toward the dumpster, thinking it's a mic drop moment. The seller, the true comedy connoisseur, chuckles at the failed dramatic exit. Here comes the queen of sass. A lady emerges roasting the old hillbillies and offering them an A-grade exit. She declares her reign over Detroit toughness and leaves them pondering a future career in comedy security. Cue laughter. Exit stage left. Ex-couple.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm actually looking to pawn these 2 watches.
In a pawn shop, a young couple walked in to sell 2 watches. Ashley, the shop owner, greeted them.
You guys dating, married?
Was engaged, but not anymore.
When she asked about their relationship, the boy explained they used to be engaged, but are now exes because both of them cheated on each other.
Okay, so you want to sell them, correct?
Yes.
And how much were you looking for?
Despite their turbulent exchange, Ashley inquired about the watch's value.
This one I am not interested in because we don't take this brand.
You'll take that brand.
Ashley noticed the watch's flaws, and when the girl mentioned a particular brand, the boy claimed it was fake.
You are more than welcome, to leave that here and we can send it out to get the crystal replaced.
As Ashley attempted to facilitate the watch sale, the ex-couple's argument escalated.
Oh, what's she talking to?
We ain't got all
Were you
day.
talking to him? No, you weren't. Shut up.
The situation took an unexpected turn.
You never had no life before me.
I won't.
You never had no life before me.
Girl slapped the boy, turning the pawn shop into a battleground of emotions.
Had no life before me.
Let's go.
Let me go.
Let's go.
Let me go.
The situation escalated post-slap as the boy, fueled by anger, forcefully dragged the girl outside.
I walk outside and the lady comes back for her watches. I wish you luck.
Ashley returned the watches to girl by going toward them and wishes them good luck. Shark costume. A fantastic character, half man, half shark, enters a pawn shop.
Yeah, I'm a professional mascot during the daytime. At night, I'm a dancer.
Claiming to be a daytime mascot and a nighttime dance sensation.
$800, that's all I want.
This guy is so bizarre.
Les, skeptical, questions the shark man about his $900 financial request, leaving the room stunned.
Don't they have those in Halloween costume stores?
Les dismisses an awesome shark costume as a Halloween costume, but Rick takes it on, turning the pawn shop into a makeshift underwater comedy club, despite Ashley's rejects due to an unpleasant odor.
See? It works. $800.
Les, a pawn shop owner, is captivated by a customer who demands $800.
You're missing a speeder.
Oh my God.
But when he reveals his naked self, Les's jaw drops.
Hey, where's Ashley going with the naked guy?
Tom, between amusement and disbelief, Les performs the quickest eviction in pawn shop history, leaving the customer high and dry. Ching Chong TV.
Girlfriend's about to fly back home without me. I have no money. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to go.
Right.
I want $200 for it.
200 for that?
A hat-wearing kid strolls into a pawn shop, hoping to score $200 for his TV. The seller, feeling frugal, counters with a generous $15.